Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. It's your favorite crew, the PCG Live crew. What's going on, boys?
What
Poppin', brother.
up?
Oh, Jesus. Kyle is here and ready to go.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm glad you guys are able to make it on the show today and still looking alive and healthy as always. So good to see you guys.
Good to see you, brothers. Good to
Another
see you,
week.
man.
Another week survived.
Yes, another
Yes.
week down. Um, it is going to be a much longer time because now they are extended everything to May the 4th be with you.
May the fourth be with
May
you.
the fourth be with
So, May the 4th be with us, should I say.
you.
But
Yes.
yeah, so non-corona related. We got a pretty good show here. We got some good news. We got some bad news, and then we got some no news.
Like legit, we got good, bad, and whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Then pretty much.
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
So considering that we've been locked in and there's a whole lot of time to be gaming, I guess there's no better way to start off by saying, what are you guys playing? You guys still playing the same thing? Where you guys at? What's up?
I have a problem.
What's your problem?
Oh
I
man.
have, I have a
Uh-oh.
problem.
Uh-oh.
I've caught a disease.
Mm,
Not the
not the Rona.
not the Rona.
Okay.
I caught a disease, and I told my friends it's called aceitis.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
It's also called Animal Crossing disease.
Have you been playing it a lot?
I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I understand now. After all these years, I understand. My
Um,
goodness.
yeah, no, see, I'm not hooked. I played it a little bit just the other day. I like it. I like it a lot. The other day was the most that I got to play it since. So,
Yeah.
but I like it. I like it. It's definitely exactly what I thought it would be. So,
Mm.
so
There's
what,
some interesting things that you can get though.
I was gonna say,
Like
cause,
I've literally gotten like historical like artifacts
hmm
or like historical sites that I
hmm
can put on my island.
hmm
So it's pretty sick
yeah.
stuff. So
Um, I have to say, there's nothing like owing debt to a video game character as well as real life. Mhm. Yeah. It's like the dude was like, okay, you can owe me money, and he's like a real debt collector. So he's like, oh, don't worry, you can pay me when you want. And then the next time you see him, he's like, hey, some of the things that you might want to do is pay me off as soon as possible.
it's true. It's
I'm
so
like,
true.
I'm like, what do you mean, dude? You just said, he just literally said in the same line that I could take my time to pay you. Like, what do you mean?
You can take your time to pay me. You might incur some interest, but you'll take the time to pay.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I would probably pay me as soon as you possibly can. I'm like, what the hell?
What a jerk.
So something that you didn't put in the news that I kind of just want to say now because if
Mhm.
not, then we're gonna forget. On March 31st, Gamescom made a post on Twitter and it said, in view of COVID-19, goddamn Facebook messages, existing digital formats such as Gamecom, god damn it, as such as Gamescom Opening Night Live and Gamescom Now will be significantly expanded. Whether Gamescom 2020 will take place as usual or as a digital Gamescom will be determined in mid-May. So they're pretty much saying that it's going to happen no matter what.
Mhm.
So
Gotcha.
Gamescom is happening. It's just whether it's going to be completely digital, where they're not going to have all these people come, and it's only going to be like the game companies, or not. And I think Gamescom, the way they're handling this, is exactly how we wanted to see E3 handle it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
they could have done it that way.
And they could have been the first.
They could have,
Yep.
Now, if
but
they do it, they're just copying.
well, they're not
Yeah.
going to do it now.
No.
They're not. It's already canceled.
Yeah.
The deed's been done.
But yeah. Yeah,
But that
nah.
hey, that's good news though. At
It,
least we'll have something like a big event happening
mhm.
Something.
where we'll hear some sort of news.
Yep, yep. So I think
So
I think they kind of felt like they need to be the heroes in this situation.
possibly, it's definitely possible.
Yeah. So
They might just be forward thinking though, unlike a lot of other things going on right now.
I mean, it only makes
Mhm.
sense, especially in this age of 2020. Like, what's going on?
Right.
So, but okay. Other than that, get back to the topic. Andre, what are you playing?
I'm playing the Spider-Man DLC right now. I got all the DLC for it to play that because it was on sale thanks to Van. Hipping me to the spring sale. That joint was $12 instead of 25, so I had to buy it.
Yeah, man,
I
that
got
spring
this.
sale is crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and I got Persona 5 through that too. So I have that now. I'm trying to beat all this before Final Fantasy next week, and I've been on a streak of just killing every game I played. So, um, yeah, trying to kill a few things off the bucket list now that I'm onto the PlayStation life.
Hmm.
And I must say, like I told you guys, Spider-Man. I can see why a lot of people did like Spider-Man. But like me and Vin said, it's pretty much Arkham just with Spider-Man in it. But it
It's
just feels good.
it's
It
not
makes
a
you feel good.
it's not a bad game. It's like I don't want ever my problem to everyone think that I think it's a bad game because it's not a bad game. I think it's a good game. I just think it was overly hyped, and I think the reason why it was talked about so much was because of the outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that made the game though, because the outfits. Because I mean, what I feel that they ruined the game with. Every outfit you get, you can customize and put stuff from another outfit into it. I feel like they should have made you like I get it, like it gives the freedom of customization to any suit, but I feel like it was cooler to have each suit represent something. Like they all had their own special abilities. But instead you can like pick your favorite suit and just add any abilities from another suit onto that.
Mhm,
Mm.
mhm, mhm. But
So I mean,
it's a real fun game and great game. Like again, I enjoy it. I haven't gone through it serious, so like I'm maybe a half an hour into it, but the game is fantastic. But
the
I,
story, man.
I just
It's the story,
I
bro.
can't say it's better than Spider-Man, like Batman. You know what I mean? Like
I would never say that. I would never say that. I gave them both tens like across the board. So I
yeah,
mean,
I think it's either on the same level as it, or Batman's a little bit better just because how dark Batman is.
yeah, Batman's real dark. But
Eh,
this the story in this is fire. The DLC, thanks to you, I've been able to play that because it was cheap as hell. I've been thinking about getting it too, but I'm like 25. I know my wife's gonna be like, "You just bought this," and I just bought Street Fighter 5 too. I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 5 lately too. Me and my boys. So I just don't like how many you have to buy like all the characters. Like at least in Killer Instinct they're cheap.
no,
And
no,
Street Fighter
not
they go
not
by
with
the season
the
pass.
not with the newest Street Fighter. No, sir. The this is the final version, so it's just like Ultimate Street Fighter 4. You buy this, you buy Street Fighter now, you get all the characters.
I bought one they had on sale for $7, the Champion Edition,
Yeah,
and
the
Akuma.
Champion
What are you
Edition is
saying?
supposed to Champion Edition is supposed to have them all.
Well, nah, it doesn't. It has them all in it, but you have to buy the whatever season they came from. You have to buy that season. So like, I want Akuma for instance. You have to
I,
pay for the season. I think he was a season two. It's like $12 for his season with the six characters that came with him.
I
Yeah,
think you bought the wrong thing,
I was gonna
Andre.
say I think you bought the wrong thing.
I'm not
Well,
gonna
I bought
lie.
one with.
I think you bought the wrong thing because I know for a fact that they have a pack that has everything.
I think,
Like
like I said, I think it was because of it was $6. Like I got
Yeah.
it for $6,
Would
so it's
what
almost like
did
the base game.
you get the digital?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
When did you buy it?
Before not the last sale you shared to us,
Mhm.
not the spring one you just did, the one before that it
Mhm.
came out, and it was $6.
Yeah.
It comes with like eight characters. Like you get like the middle characters, but you don't get like all the other ones on top of that.
Yeah, you're supposed to get them all. I would double check, dude. I would double check because that's what the arcade version is supposed to be about. That
That's what I thought.
it unlocks not even all of the characters, but all the outfits as well.
Nah, all that they trying to make me pay it. They trying
Yeah.
to make me pay for all that crap. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
I'm not buying them characters.
something's wrong. Something wrong because um instead of like what they had that last season pack, like I was just like I'm
Hmm.
gonna wait. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait because I'm just gonna buy the full game. Like because there was a couple packs that I didn't buy for. I only bought all the packs for like one of my accounts. So then
Yeah,
once I found out they were gonna come out with the the ultra version of Street Fighter 5, I just waited it out.
That's what I'd rather have done because, like I said, playing six. I mean, it came with the story mode and everything, so I did beat the entire story in that too. Um, which was all over the place, but it's pretty cool to see them actually have a story behind Street Fighter and like they had cinematics and stuff. But yeah, I just wish that it was like you could unlock the characters playing the game. But like y'all are saying, I wish they came with the damn game because like there's mad characters I want to play and I can't. So I just been using the hell out of Ken, which Ben, you was right. Ken is ridiculous in this game, man. I think he's way better than Ryu.
I like G. G's my man.
So I can't use him.
Yeah, I love G. G's awesome. So, but all right, yeah. I'm wrapping up with Final Fantasy 14. I'm not going to be able to catch these guys, no matter how much I grind it right now. I'm being realistic now. Like I just there's way too much, and the leveling does get better when you get into the bigger missions, but
Mhm.
it's just this is a very grindy game, and I can't what I'm trying to do in a short period of time is just not realistic. So I gotta beat God of War before Final Fantasy 7 comes out. And
Yeah, that
then
needs to be your goal.
if I can get into Horizon too, if I can get Horizon in there before, that will be a bonus. But uh, once Final Fantasy 7 comes out, all the gloves are off. And what are
I'm,
we
I'm gonna
at?
tell you right now, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. God of War you can definitely beat
Mm-hmm,
like in the next 2 days.
mm-hmm,
Horizon, nah. Like it's so open world. Like there's
mm-hmm.
so much. Like the thing I liked about God of War that made it like one of the best games I played is that linear style they had, but they made it fun. Like you could do the side missions, you could do all that in the challenges,
Mm-hmm.
but just going straight through the game, you can beat God of War. And it's like watching a movie, so you don't know this time go. But
Yeah.
Horizon is real grindy, like having to get health and crafting medicine bottles and all that stuff, and it's those things where it keeps dragging and dragging and dragging on. So you're definitely not gonna be able to squeeze Horizon in before Final Fantasy. That's what next Friday is Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Next
8
Friday. Yep.
days away.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Be God of War though. Be God of War because you're definitely gonna do that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. With the whole situation with what was I gonna say? God of War. Number one of the biggest things that I said about God of War is that it's not open world, but gives you that feeling that it is open world.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Mm-hmm.
a limited open world because it's got all the open world tendencies. It's just not open world. Like it's so hard to
I love
explain.
it. I love it. I just don't want them in part two to try to get open world. You know how games they fill a formula works. So they're like, how can we make it better? And then they get into that like big open range. I hope they don't do that with God of War.
Hmm. I don't see them doing it. Like I think they got their groove of what works, and they're pretty good at sticking to that and just evolving that. Um, the one of my favorite scenes of all times within God of War was when the snake came out of the water.
Oh my God,
Yeah, like that was
that was.
so dope.
Then his voice is like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr." It's like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
freaking? God of War's a movie.
Their concept of breaking things down into a realistic thing is so good.
How far are you into God of War, Van? I thought you was like a quarter in at least.
I'm about a quarter in, but like I don't remember where I am in the story. Like I started opening the portals to the places that I could go to, and I'm going to the place that's really bright and colorful. I just can't remember what it was
Yeah, you're about
called.
a quarter through.
Yeah,
About like 30%, I would say.
yeah.
Kyle, you
So
beat God of War, right?
I did.
How long did it take you?
Oof. Took me a little while. I know it took me a little while to beat, but that's because I kind of went and did some of the side stuff. But if
Yeah.
you try to run straight through it, then you should be fine.
you know one of my favorite features that they've been adding to a lot of games lately is you can choose the mode that lets you cruise through the game, and they call the option like cinematic
I love that.
mode,
I love that.
where it's like you're playing to enjoy the story, not to actually
Yeah.
be not to be what's the word I'm looking for uh
Combative.
yeah,
Yeah.
combative, like trying not to make it where it's tough, like you're not just
I
trying
love
to
that.
beat it.
I agree with you on that. We never talked about that, but a lot of games, Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man, a few others out there, a lot of them do that now. I think that's
Mhm.
the best way to go because some people really don't want all the action and fighting. Some people just want to see the story, and you still fight, but it goes from like 30 hordes of enemies to like two,
Because
and
God of
then you
War
can
can
just
get
enjoy.
really fucking hard.
It gets intense. But them freaking angel dudes, man, like, oh my, I haven't gonna get into it because I don't
Yeah.
know if you got to that part, but it gets crazy.
Yeah, I believe that's kind of like I just got exposed to them, but I can't really remember. But
Have fun.
yeah. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else within God of War. As far as games, that's really it. I'm trying to think. I just got a message. I was just trying to read it. It's my mom.
By the way, before we get into the topics, can we discuss the antics that I was pulling yesterday?
What is it?
I said, can we discuss the antics I was pulling yesterday on you guys?
Oh, sure, if you want to.
I was being a jerk yesterday in the holiday season of April Fool's Day. I decided to pull a massive prank on Van, and then in a collective effort, me and Van got Andre.
What happened was Kyle felt bad because I fell for his prank and wanted to put me in on his prank
Oh no, I
against
didn't feel
Andre.
bad. I didn't feel bad. I just wanted to get Andre, but I knew that it wouldn't work if I tried to do it, so it was going to be a team effort.
Yeah, y'all got me bad because it happens to be at the worst time too because I've been so mad at Xbox lately. So you guys picked the perfect time to catch me. I was like, yo, once you said that thing to me, I was like, all right, man, I see what's going on here.
It
That was the
wasn't
third time
it wasn't my idea. It was definitely Kyle's. I just
I schemed the whole thing.
I improved it. That's all.
He improv and I schemed the whole thing.
once Van posted, I said, but wait a minute, I thought Kyle was getting Van with it, and then I said, oh, I see what happened. Kyle must have tagged Van along. I was like, freaking bastard. I told you, Kyle, we had a bad time too because I've been so mad at Xbox, man, like so mad because I watched the Phil Spencer interview, um, with what's my dude's name on IG and Ryan. They did a whole hour something interview, and the interview just got me madder and madder as I watched. I got so mad. Ryan McCaffrey. and
Yeah.
and you guys happened to catch me right after that. So I was already like, you know how you think sometimes. Well, you guys don't do it because you guys just been able to stick to your systems, your consoles. But like with me, with Xbox, like if they're doing something bad and they do something like Game Pass, I'm like, all right, that's the right direction. But imagine hearing a whole interview and everything they say makes your body cringe. So like when you hear we're focusing on non-exclusives, it's like we're focusing on going to Steam. It's like and then you guys hit me at the last moment. It was like, yo, I need CPR, bro. Like I need life support right now, bro. It's getting crazy, man.
With the whole, you see what she's doing? With the whole thing with what was it? The,
Well,
it's just what is it?
what were we? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like what was killing me with Andre was it was just so easy for him to accept. It was just like it's just like he knew. You know what I mean? Like he was just like, no, okay, yeah, I know, I know, I know.
It's like,
It's breaking
of
point,
course, they
bro.
wouldn't do that.
Crazy, bro.
So funny.
I was really trying to figure out how to do it. I was telling my cousin too. What would have been worse is if you guys hit me with Final Fantasy because someone actually had hit me in the morning with Final Fantasy saying that it was out early on digital. So he said, but you got to go buy it now because it's only a limited time. So I was trying to figure out a ride to get PlayStation what do you call it? PlayStation currency.
Hmm.
I was trying to figure out a ride because I had no cars here. So I was calling my boy Dave. He was on his way to my house. And then I thought about it and I said, wait a minute. Van would have wrote this or Kyle would have wrote this the moment before my eyes even opened. I said, nah. I looked at the date. I said, nah. I called my boy back. I was like, yo, you April fooling me, huh? He was like, dang, how'd you catch on? I was like, nah, bro. I'm in a chat with the biggest gamers I know in the world and one of the biggest Final Fantasy fans. Van would have wrote that first thing,
Yeah.
not wrote it. I said he would have been playing it and send a video chat like, you guys see this?
Yep. That wouldn't have been. It's not even a question. Not even a question.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if this was real or not because I didn't look into it because usually when this happens I usually don't care. But it already got released in Australia.
it did. It did.
Yeah. So there's supposedly it's out. So I don't know. You know, I mean,
I thought it
we're
was
8 days
digital.
away. Yeah, it is
Then I thought it
digital.
was digital.
It is digital, right?
No, I heard that in Australia they got their physical copies first.
Oh,
But I heard that it's not digital because if it was digital, I would have changed my region to Australia.
mm. Yeah. I
True.
mean, that's
True.
happened. That's happened a lot. Like with Smash, like Ultimate came out in Japan first.
Yeah,
Like I think like a week. It came out by like a week.
yeah, that's crazy. I would. That's when you change that region, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's people that did it, but I heard there was people that were getting banned for doing that.
Oh, dang,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
crazy.
not
So
surprised.
yeah,
It ain't worth it. 8 days away, like Van said. It's only 8 days, man. Just gotta tough it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like number the jokes we made with Mexico because Mexico released the game early. I think it was Smash early. In the stores and Nintendo was like, oh, the whole state of Mexico will never get a video game from
Oh yeah, I
Nintendo.
forgot about that. Yo, that was
Yeah.
crazy. I forgot.
Like, yo, a whole country just got big. Nintendo's got that power. They were just like, we don't even care. We don't even care.
Nintendo was so mad. I forgot about that.
Yo,
Uh,
that's
When did they get their
hilarious.
copies? Like a year later?
I, I don't know. I don't know. It's
they
just like,
definitely
yeah,
had to probably go over the border to get it.
that's funny.
Definitely had to.
Yeah. So our first topic, we haven't even broken to our first topic yet. Our first topic of the night is Sea of Thieves. This kind of breaks right into what Andre was talking about. Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves unexpectedly coming to Steam soon. Which actually, this is going to be this is weird. It's a little weird, but an Xbox Wire post didn't ada I don't know what that means. Release date or the price, but it did confirm that the game will feature crossplay with Xbox One and Xbox Windows Store versions. We're happy to confirm that the crossplay will allow Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam users to adventure together when Sea of Thieves launches on Steam, letting you assemble your perfect pirating crew wherever their preferred platform. See, but all right, so Andre, you may be a little upset with this, but to me, Sea of Thieves isn't a console buyer. So in that sense, I think they do better with Sea of Thieves on sale on multiple platforms, if that makes sense. So something like Halo and Gears of War and Mario and God of War are things that you want to keep to yourselves because those are people will buy the systems for that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
This is my problem because before they announced this news, in the interview that Phil did, he said that the ultimate goal was to get most of their titles onto Steam. Now, this is my problem. PlayStation Now, I have it. My nephew has it on PC, and I have it on my PlayStation. He was looking for God of War the other day, and they have all the old ones, but the new one is not on there. And they have Horizon on the P4, but it's not on the PC yet. Now it is coming to the PC in like June or July, whatever. But my problem with Microsoft is PlayStation can afford to do that. Like they can afford to be like, oh, you get God of War later, like 4 or 5 years later. Xbox can't because they don't have nothing holding it together right now. There is no foundation for Xbox. So a game like Sea of Thieves or a Cuphead, like when they gave Cuphead to Nintendo, those type of games are all you have. Ori being something that you have for a foundation. You give it to Nintendo, it's good for money. That's what I'm learning about Phil. Like I thought he was gonna be the opposite of how Microsoft used to be. All these studios they're buying, everything they're doing. He said in 3 years, that's when they'll start focusing on getting everything back to being an Xbox exclusive. That makes no sense to me to have games like Hellblade, when we all seen that trailer and seen it being a launch title, and you're like, oh my god, this game looks fire. But knowing that that's still gonna come to the PC, just like Halo, just like now Sea of Thieves, just like whatever the next Fable. So any game that they announce from now on, Microsoft announces from now on, nobody has to be mad because they always know that they're gonna get that game too. And the fact that Xbox is, Phil's saying he wants the PC when the new Halo comes out, he wants Halo to be on the PC the same day. And that right there, that's just like you just said, man, money wise, yes, it's great for Sea of Thieves because Sea of Thieves was a popular game even when it was trash when it first came out, and even to where it is now where people have played it more and still stream it. But now that it's going to hit Steam, it's already on PC, and now it's going to hit Steam. Yes, money wise for Rare, it's a good thing because they're going to make a lot of money off of it, and it's going to probably sell pretty good. People going to play it because it's a good streaming game and it's crossplay. But for Microsoft itself, money wise, it's great. But for us as fans, I ain't the only one that feels like this. For Microsoft, for Xbox players in general, I've seen so many people jump ship because it's like, why do I need this console anymore? So Sea of Thieves, it's not a big game, it's not a console seller, but it's something that's exclusive to Xbox and was to Windows. But now you're talking about Steam, which Phil Spencer in his stupid interview said that his goal is to get them across all platforms like that. So that rumor we heard of the PlayStation years ago with Xbox, man, at this point, I wouldn't even be shocked because it seems like Xbox is really out here trying to do this money grab and just making everything accessible. You can already play everything off your phone. Like you don't even need an Xbox right now. You can trade your Xbox in and use money out of that and get a joint the grip that you put on your controller that I have and literally just pay for a year of Game Pass Ultimate and play everything off your phone or Xbox right now. You can't do that with PlayStation. You can't do that with Nintendo, but you can do it with Microsoft. There is no exclusive where phones are now the way to be able to play an Xbox. Nintendo and PlayStation ain't doing that. You ain't gonna even though there's Nintendo games, you ain't gonna see freaking Breath of the Wild on the damn phone. You ain't gonna see God of War on the damn phone unless you're remote playing, not just literally subscribing and being able to play. That's crazy, man. So when they did that, when I seen that today, and then what Kyle shared with that with the Gears 5 news, Gears 5, we seen when Rob Ferguson left, that was already a shot in the neck. But now on top of that, like Xbox is just I don't know where they went wrong, but they're going down that Dreamcast route. They're not going to fail because they're going to make their money. They're
Mm.
going to still keep making money, but it's become a money game, Van, and it's become a power game because all I heard Phil talk about the whole time during his meeting was power, power, power. And yes, the Xbox is powerful, but I don't give a damn about power if I have exclusive games to play. So Microsoft shooting themselves in the foot, man. Like Sea of Thieves, it may seem like overreaction, but this is just the beginning. Cuphead was big too. Like Cuphead was huge to get rid of. That game had everybody playing it. So I don't know. Microsoft's just out of their mind right now. Phil Spencer, I called him Uncle Phil for a while. He ain't my
Mhm.
uncle no more.
Stepdad.
Stepdad Phil now.
Um, Speaking of what Andre was just saying, um, Gears 5 multiplayer director leaves due to personal issues. Gears 5 multiplayer designer director Ryan Cliven has announced he's leaving Gears developer, the coalition, to go on a sabbatical after what he described as 6 years that took a toll on him. So this is the second person that said that they were leaving the Gears team, with something going on personally, no?
One was the captain. Yeah, it is. One was the captain, which was Rod. Gears was his baby. He left, and now you have the multiplayer director because Gears has died.
So
Gears has been dead.
let me ask you boys, what do you think is going on?
They're
I
being
think it goes.
overworked. That's what it sounds like to me. They're being overworked.
But
Mhm.
Let's
this
put
is
it
the
this way.
first we're hearing about any of this. This, like, with them being such a big company, don't you think that's something that would have been exposed? I mean, especially with all these companies that are being exposed right now, especially for overworking their companies. You don't find it weird that nobody's ever came out and spoken out about them ever before?
No, because sometimes people just don't want to talk about it because they just go with their daily life and stuff and they're just doing whatever and they've accepted it as their daily life. And then when that happens, they won't say anything. But then you hit a point where it's like, okay, this is getting too much. I need to do something. And this is what happens. People leave, which I'll say this is actually funny. This Ryan Clevin, I actually met him along when I met Rod Ferguson when me and Albert met him at PAX East a few years back. And I took that photo with Rod. Ryan Clevin was actually there. And Albert has a picture with the both of them. So
Wow.
I think it's really weird that the two guys that pretty much were huge mainstays, or one was the mainstay and another one was a huge mainstay. We met them, and now they're both gone from the coalition. Now, this was back in the Gears 4.
So are you saying it's your fault?
It might
It
be my
sounds like
fault.
it.
It might be my fault now. I took a, let's say I met both of them, and now it could be my fault that they left.
I think it's more along the lines of if you keep making product and you see that it's not getting the attention it deserves, like if you're putting all your effort, time, hours, blood, sweat, and tears into something, and you just see like, especially in social media age, you see people crap talking your game. You see people crap because what do people crap talk, Kyle? It's the multiplayer. That's all you hear everybody complaining about. The multiplayer suck. The multiplayer is trash. Gears multiplayer is unbalanced. And with him being the charge of that, it makes sense that you get overwhelmed. Like Rod was probably hearing it all the time about making Gears. Like Gears would never be the same. So that's someone that created. That's like me, you, and Van. If we did this every week and then we were hearing people bash us, like no one does that. But if someone's bashing you, no matter how much you put in or no matter how much time you feel like your work wasn't getting acknowledgement, you might get frustrated and tired and be like, I need to move on to something new. So with Rod moving and this guy, wherever Rod went, I guarantee he's following behind. If they're as close as you're saying, the pictures, and I guarantee he's gonna follow behind. And I think it's just being tired, man. Like, what else can he do to the multiplayer? They just came out with a new update that's flopping
Tom
already.
Brady.
So I mean, I think it's just, I think it's being tired. That's the best example, the Brady treatment, man. Like you feel like you've done all you can. What else is left? You're not getting what you deserve. I think it's just being watch them work on now. If Rod said I was done with gaming, then I would say okay maybe. But Rod just is like I got to get away from the Gears series. Like I feel like they're more on the side of we can't fix this thing no more. Like Gears is officially in the graveyard now. Like there's no way to fix it and leave it into someone else's hands.
Which is really bad. Which is
Yeah,
really, really, really bad because
terrible.
now you're talking about one of your franchises that pretty much was your Mario Zelda type thing, and now
Yeah,
everybody's falling away from that.
yep.
So if everybody does fall away from Gears, now you're stuck with Halo. But we don't know
Yep.
how Halo's going to be with Infinite.
Yep.
It's like that's still I don't care. Like that's up in the air to me. Like it looked cool when we saw it the one time. Still haven't
Mhm.
heard anything about it since, but it looked cool. But now that's kind of they're on life support right now. Microsoft's on
They
life,
really are. They really are, man.
and
Game
that's
Pass
how
is what's holding them.
yeah, Game Pass is a big thing, but like giving your games out to all the other companies, like that to me already I'm looking at as a tactic
Mm-hmm.
to just try
Mhm.
to make money
Mm-hmm.
in order to, keep the ship right.
To stay
Like
afloat.
that's why
That's all it
Phil's
is.
probably saying he wants all his games to go to Steam because they're not selling on
Yep.
Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So where are they
Yep.
going to go? They're going to go to Steam and they're going to sell on Steam
Yep.
because, and if people were smart, they would probably just buy Game Pass, which still will make the money, but not as much money as if they were probably getting it on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They're selling it for $60.
Yep.
So that's why I kind of wanted to talk about the state of Xbox a little bit. Like you kind of already dove into it, Andre. It's like they really just like taking exclusives right out the window. Like it's just bad.
He
So
he
it's
said he
like,
said Kyle, he said it in his interview. He said they kept everyone wants to keep talking about the power the Xbox has. But
yeah,
no one can it seems like no one can comprehend what me, you, and Van been saying for years that I don't care how powerful this thing. He even said that the Xbox, they asked about the PlayStation rumors and the prices. He
yeah,
even said that we'll be somewhere around there. I don't care if that system's $300. Yeah, it's powerful. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yes, it's the most powerful machine out. Right now, the One X is the most powerful console. It's the most powerful console out, but it's not selling as much as the PlayStation 4. You can get an Xbox One X right now for $230.
yeah,
Right now at a Walmart, GameStop's closed, but at a Walmart, you can get an Xbox One X for $230 with a game of your choice. Where the PS4, you can't even find one because they're still selling the Switch. You can't find one,
right.
but you can find an Xbox X, not an Xbox One, an Xbox X for $300. I paid $500 when that system came out. 500, and
Yeah,
only 2 years later, it's at a $200 value. To trade in right now at GameStop, it's $150. A PS4 is $220 still for extra credit at GameStop right now.
yeah.
That's terrible. a base PS4, a base PS4, because no one's buying them. If you go on Facebook Marketplace right now and look up Xboxes, you'll see thousands of them for sale for like 220, 219. You can barely find a PlayStation 4 for 200 on Facebook.
Yep.
That's how bad it's become for Microsoft. That this next Xbox, I don't care about the power, I don't care about the specs, all that crap they're talking about. Yes, it is a monster, but no one, obviously, PlayStation has shown, Nintendo has shown that it's not just about that damn power. And I don't know why Microsoft thinks they're gonna win with power. That's not the route.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way to go. So, like I said, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They've been bad. All the exclusives, even games that aren't exclusive, PS4 is getting DLC before them and stuff now. I remember in the 360 era, that used to be 360. 360 was getting DLC before PlayStation every day. Call of Duty, name any shooting game, Xbox had it before PlayStation. Now it's PlayStation, which Call of Duty was the home of Xbox was the home of Call of Duty. Now all of its players are all on PlayStation, all of them. Xbox, I seen a numbers chart that was painful to look at. Xbox right now, they showed how many players play Gears, Kyle. When it first launched, they had about almost 2 point something million playing. The average person that plays Gears now is 500, Kyle. When you go from 2 mil to 500, Gears ain't old. All this DLC they're adding, all this stuff they're adding, it ain't working. Where a game like God of War, that's when it come out, 2018, 2017, 2018, one of them.
Yep.
That game's still selling through the roof. And it's only 13, $14. Xbox is officially in that, like, they're not even on life support. They're dead. The only thing that can change Xbox, Phil Spencer already gave up hope for that. The only thing that would have changed them if they said Halo, Hellblade, and a new Fable and Forza is exclusive to the next Xbox. But the fact that he said we're looking into that, maybe 2 years down the road we'll do that. What are you talking about? It's 2 years down the road. You'll make games not for PC and win. I don't believe that crap, man. That was just him trying to ease over the fans. Like, don't worry, we'll have exclusives in 2 years.
Yeah,
It's terrible, man.
there's literally no point of buying an
Nothing.
Xbox Series X right now. There's 0 point.
No point.
Because if all these games can run on an X at the current moment and nothing's Series X exclusive, then there's no point in buying it.
What are you getting it for?
Especially when you have a PC, and I don't care how much they sell it for, and I don't care if it's like
Doesn't matter.
much cheaper than a PC. The fact
Doesn't
is,
matter.
you might as well just save your money, build a PC, and run it from there. You can do so much more with it. And
Van said this one time, Kyle. Xbox problem is they suck at promotion. Their promotion sucks. Their editing team sucks. Their everything about them sucks. And games like Gears and games like all the games that are any Xbox exclusive that they did have for a limited time, even the ones that are on Windows and crap. Bleeding Edge. People don't even know Bleeding Edge is out right now, Kyle. People don't even know what Bleeding Edge is.
I didn't know for a while.
It's a free game on Game Pass, and no one even knows it's a good game. But you know why it's not getting pushed? Because Xbox don't even tell you. It's not on the first screen. Instead, they want to say, get ready for the next powerful thing. Look on your Xbox dashboard right now. They're saying, pre-order the Series X. Not A. You playing Bleeding Edge while you're waiting for the X? They don't promote anything. They didn't promote Halo when it came out. They gave fake commercials that didn't even have nothing to do with the story. With Gears, I see Gears all over the place. But once it launched, it died out. They didn't promote Cuphead. I see Ori more than all of them. I see Ori probably promoted more than any other game because they know how good Ori is. But guess what? That's gonna be on the Switch. And Minecraft, this freaking new Minecraft game is gonna be on the Switch before the Xbox. How is that even possible?
yeah,
Minecraft Dungeons is gonna hit the Switch before the Xbox. What?
that it's still pretty bad that they had Ori go to the Switch. Because here's the thing, like, yeah, Sea of Thieves isn't a console seller. I get that. Ori might not be a console seller, even though I know a lot of people playing it. Like,
It's not a console seller.
it's
Yeah.
not a console seller, but
No.
is every game that Nintendo or Sony have a console seller? Like, is Star Fox a console seller? No, it's not a console seller. It's a great game, and Nintendo fans love it. but I don't think Star Fox is a console seller. Like
But could,
Animal Crossing is a console seller. We've already seen that. Pokemon's a console seller. Smash is
any Mario, any Zelda,
any Mario, any Zelda.
I don't know if you can say Animal Crossing's a console seller because I feel like anyone that
Oh,
would
it
play
definitely is a console seller, man.
I think anyone that's buying Animal Crossing already owns a Switch. No one's buying a Switch because of Animal Crossing.
No, that
I mean,
is
the
that is
numbers
actually
don't say
wrong.
that.
You
Yeah,
guys
the numbers.
cannot go by any numbers right now, considering the fact that everybody's locked in their house with nothing to do, and this console that everyone's buying is a Nintendo Switch. I don't think that has anything to do with if people want Animal Crossing. I mean, I'm not having problems finding Animal Crossing in places. Pokemon is
I
sold
feel
out
like
everywhere.
then I feel like because of timing, like with it being the coronavirus, and because the Nintendo not having like big games out right now besides Pokemon, it ended up being like a perfect timing for it to make it a console seller, if that
But
makes sense.
Let's
like I think everyone that bought Animal Crossing already bought the Switch because of Pokemon. I think Pokemon sold Nintendo Switches, not Animal Crossing, because everywhere
I
that
don't
I
know.
go, Pokemon sold out everywhere. How is Pokemon still sold out all over the place? And I think we're having problems getting Nintendo Switches because everyone thought, like Nintendo thought, hey, everyone's gonna buy Nintendo Switch Lite. That's our new push. So what Nintendo does is they limit their hardware. Stores don't make money off of consoles. That's the whole thing, like at all. So like that's a big thing, and I think they make like $1 something. So where they make money is off of warranties and then selling games. Now I'm not saying the Animal Crossing didn't sell a lot. Like Animal Crossing sold a ton, but
Mhm.
like even there's I think there's even articles that talk about it. I gotta find it, so don't quote me on this. But people are saying like this coronavirus definitely helped the sales of Animal Crossing to go above what it was gonna do. Not saying the numbers weren't gonna be good. The numbers were gonna be good, but to the point that they are. I mean, people have been locked in their house for what a month now, and we're getting ready even longer in some other countries, and now they're talking about a whole nother month. So like people want something to do, and that's what it comes down to. And I think that's helping the sales. I think it's going to help the sales of Final Fantasy VII, even though Final Fantasy VII numbers are going to be ridiculously insane. I think now it's going to be higher because of this virus. I think all video game like sales right now are so hard to judge because everyone's just locked in their house.
I'll say like this, man. I'll rebuke it like this. When Pokemon came out and Smash came out, my friends list was it was all right. It was like, a few people here and there on there, maybe like 5, 6 people, even with Pokemon, like 6, 7 people on there. I've never seen more people on my friends list when Animal Crossing came out. And
Again,
but it's all Animal Crossing.
but that's
It's
not that
all
doesn't.
Animal Crossing.
But these are all people that already own the Switch. We're talking about
No,
being
I
a
had a
console
friend buy
seller.
one. Wait, I had a friend just recently buy a Switch, and the first game he bought was Animal Crossing.
And he didn't buy any other game. Literally no other
No,
game. No,
no
he
other game.
only bought
He has
Animal
he
Crossing.
only has Animal Crossing right
I am personally telling you that is rare. That is rare.
now.
That
Oh.
is rare. 100% that's rare. A hundred
I
percent.
feel like most of the people I know that bought Animal Crossing, they already have one. But I think I could have sworn I had seen on TV, like after video talk about not being able to get a Switch. I could have sworn I had seen on actual five like a local news. I could have sworn they had like parents saying like they were like they were going everywhere to try to find ways to get Animal Crossing like with the kids Switch. Like they were trying to find copies to get with the kids Switch because they couldn't find them anywhere.
People are
And
so stupid. I hate that. Like that is so stupid. Go and
it's because
buy it
parents don't.
digital.
These older parents don't understand that digital is the easiest, smoothest way to
Did
go
did
when it
I
comes,
tell you?
especially when it comes to kids.
Did I tell you guys about the parent that came in the Walmart asking to buy Fortnite?
No.
Nah,
I never told you guys that, Kyle. I never told you that.
Mm-mm.
Mom comes in and she's like, "You guys are sold out of Fortnite." And one of the associates that will help, and they're like, "Oh, we sold out of Fortnite. I don't think we have any more Fortnite." I was like, "Oh my God, for the love of Jesus Christ!" I was like, I was like, "Ma'am, Fortnite is free." I was like, "It's not a game you buy. Now you're looking to buy Save the World. You can just buy the game digital. Like you can
Mm.
just go there and buy." And then she goes, "Oh, you can do that." I'm like, "Yes, yeah. You can buy V-Bucks. That's what you need to." But like, I'm pretty sure you can just buy that through the app as well. Like, you can't really we sell V-Bucks at the store, but yeah, it's just like that blew my mind. Like we're in 2020 and people do not know. Like, oh, that drives me nuts.
Speaking of that, have you and Kyle ever covered the fact that PlayStation wants to get rid of the PlayStation currency cards?
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they don't want no more currency cards in store. They want you to have to use debit card because I guess for security reasons it makes it easier just going off of a debit card.
And plus, you know what? These currency cards, like gift cards, like and this goes across consoles. They're so frustrating. It's because like when you go and get a sale, right? Like it only leaves a couple bucks left on there, and it's just like, yeah, it takes some money off, but realistically, like we try to save every penny we possibly can. So when we have like $7 left on that card, we're looking for a game for $7.
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
It's so frustrating, but like it does give us the $7 off, so that's fine. I remember before they used to be such a pain in the ass that they didn't count it towards like you couldn't use that and then use a debit card to pay the rest. Like I remember one, I
Yeah,
don't know if you guys
that was
remember that.
terrible. That
I
was
was
terrible. Xbox used to do that. I hated that,
I'm
man.
like, what the hell am I gonna? I can't get anything for $6.85. I don't even know how I got that on my card. Then that you get stuck with like the 10 cents and you can't do anything about it because nothing that costs 10 cents.
Yep, exactly. I've been there.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, Xbox in the graveyard, you guys. I just hope it can bring itself back to life. But right now, the way they're going, the money route, man. I was always afraid of this, but they're definitely going the money
yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So this ended up turning into an Xbox show, anyways, huh?
route.
Yeah.
I knew it would. I knew Andre would get going with it once we got started.
Well, I mean, I
Uh,
finally when I told you guys I did the switch over, I mean I finally when I make a gamer tag and I do a profile picture and I start trying to earn achievements and trophies and stuff, that means I'm starting to become dedicated, especially when I'm beating games. So the fact that gave myself a profile picture on the PlayStation, I never did it before. I actually gave myself a profile picture. I actually linked it to other accounts. I actually had a debit card to the system. That means I'm really putting dedication toward that, which is all my family's mad at me right now. Like all of them can't believe me out of all people have been on the PlayStation as much as I have. They're like, you don't want to play? What the on my chat I got like 30 family members. They're all like, now we all gotta get PlayStations. If Dre's on the PlayStation, we all gotta go to the PlayStation. I'm like, nah, y'all can stick to the Xbox if y'all want. If y'all want to keep sharing with Windows and PC, Windows and Steam, then they're like, nah, that is true, man. You over here enjoying Spider-Man and Horizon and God of War and Last of Us. I'm like, PlayStation has the single player games, man, and evidently the multiplayer now because the Call of Duty players on PlayStation are like 80%, where the Xbox is like 30. I'm like, yeah, it's like everything now, guys.
yeah, man, a real struggle now, man. Poor, poor Xbox.
And Final Fantasy coming out, man. Come on now, Final Fantasy's next week. Let's
Right,
start playing.
right.
Let's start playing. Xbox gonna get it next year on
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Hmm.
Kyle, want to get into the next topic?
Yes. So Bethesda is not going to hold a digital event even after E3 was canceled. Apparently. Kind of not surprised about this, I'm not going to lie. But the article says Bethesda will not be broadcasting a digital showcase in June, despite the cancellation of E3, meaning the developer slash publisher can't hold its traditional press conference this year, confirmed in a tweet from head of marketing Pete Hines. The decision stems from the many challenges the companies face due to you know what. He says, given the many challenges we're facing due to the pandemic, we will not host a digital showcase in June. We have lots of exciting things to share about our games to look forward to telling you more in the coming months. Okay. That's all I need to read about this anyway. Not surprised. One, two. They're doing probably what they should do, which is completely spread it out and give like kind of like one announcement like every like couple months. Because honestly, what are we waiting for with Bethesda? Starfield and Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling
That
you,
I mean that's
they don't
it.
they don't have the news this year. They are so happy E3 got canceled. So happy that E3 got canceled. I'm telling you, those dudes over there were popping bottles when E3 got canceled. Do you guys agree? Do you agree though? Like seriously, what were they going to present this year?
I didn't
More
think about
Doom
that till you
Eternal
just said that.
content.
More Doom
Yeah.
Eternal content. That's it.
I didn't think about that till you said that, man. They actually were probably really celebrating because they didn't have nothing. And their fans would have been mad 'cause they would have been like, "Where's Starfield? Where's Elder Scrolls?" Yeah,
Yeah, no, people would have been pissed, and then they can't just not show up because they're Bethesda. Like this
yeah.
is why people like Sony is going to lead the charge with not coming is because it's like, what are you supposed to do if you don't have anything big to show? You look like a disappointment. But are you really a disappointment? This the way that we are in gaming right now is we've never been anything like this in history of gaming ever, ever. We are pushing out games in the last 15 years. We push out games like crazy, crazy, into the sense of every expo has to be something. And these companies are going under. We've had this whole conversation before. These companies are going under because of that, because they're not pushing out product enough, and it's expensive. It's expensive.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, think about it, right? These games take huge teams now because you're not
Mhm.
just looking at just the game design. I mean, the game programming. You're looking at the design now. The design is even
Mhm.
more important than the game development itself. And I
Which that's a
know.
problem in general.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, indie games are still indie games, but even now, indie games are starting to get into a point where it's just like Jesus Christ, like
It's too much.
Hellblade. I mean, Hellblade is an independent game. It's an
Yes.
independent game. Like, really, like, what the hell?
But I mean, that's still kind of one of the good things with indies, though, still is that at least with indies, that they're kind of putting gameplay before looks first. I mean,
Ori,
some aren't, but
Ori
well,
is the Jesus Christ. That is like one of the
Ori,
most visually beautiful games I've ever seen in my life.
this is
Yeah, it
very
is.
true. Very true.
Can you
And,
imagine
and,
what
it,
it
and it
takes to
plays
make it?
well.
Yeah, it plays fantastic. Can you
Right.
imagine what it's like to design that game? That game's got to be a
Oh,
nightmare to design.
That's
oh
why it took
God.
so many years. Everyone was
Yeah.
mad at how long it took, but I mean, when you make a game like that, just the art alone in the background and keeping up with the pacing of it, it has to take long. That's why Cuphead took long.
hmm
Yeah.
So,
Plus, Cuphead was a very small studio, having people
Yeah,
draw every single character,
hmm
yeah, that's crazy.
which is nuts.
hmm hmm
So,
so yeah, no, they're partying, man. They're like, thank you,
oh, but yeah, that's so Todd Howard's like, I've never been happier to not go to E3.
right? Right. That's what I'm saying though, because now they have an excuse, and this is a very serious matter. You know what I mean? Like a very, very serious matter. So I'm not making fun of the matter. It's just realistically, there's got to be some sigh of relief there for them.
Oh, I'm
That's why they
sure.
announced it so. That's why they announced it so quick. Every other company in announcement, and or they're doing something, they were just like, "Nah, let's get this out the way now."
Yeah, we're not guys. Guys, don't expect anything. We're not doing shit.
Mm.
All right. Next topic.
Oh, it's all you, sunshine.
PS5 price just leaked and it's shockingly cheap. PS5 price leak shows one way Sony can fight back against the powerful Xbox Series X. And people, stop, stop, stop. I just gotta say this. Stop with this powerful Xbox Series X crap. Like they are so close in comparison to the specs. It's insane. It's insane that we're still doing this. Still doing this. We did this with the PS4 and Xbox One. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that the specs are so freaking close that you will not know the difference. You will not know the difference at all.
You know what this is? And I've been saying this for ages now. Literally, Xbox and PlayStation are having, you know, a how would I say it? A unit measuring contest right now.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what they're doing right now. I was trying to keep it as PG as possible.
Yeah.
So, but that is pretty much what they're doing. Like, well, mine's got this and this, and it's more powerful. And I want to go to Xbox. That's nice. You have no games. But
Yeah.
anyway, continue, Van. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. PS5 price may have been leaked by a gaming store, and the cost almost seems too good to be true. What? Notebook Check reports that Canadian retailer Play and Trade Vancouver Island, which Play and Trade is a real gaming store, has opened pre-orders for the PS5 at $559.99 converted. That is roughly $396 or $396, which would make the PS5 a tiny bit cheaper than the PS4 was at launch, which was $399. That sounds surprising at first, but there are some potential explanations for why the store is charging such a low price. I'm not going to go into all that. So the price is pretty much exactly what I guessed, and that was only because of the release of the PS4. And I'm like, you know what? I think we found our comfortable selling prices, and that's what it is, the 399 mark. So I believe I said 399, right? I didn't say 499. You guys say 599, right?
I said 500.
Okay.
I don't remember what I said. I know I said the Xbox was going to be, I thought it was going to be like 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if I said anything for PS5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely said, I know I definitely said four, I believe.
That's a reliable source, so I mean that doesn't surprise me. I mean, after that whole demonstration that we all watched, and then seeing YouTube videos of the breakdown with Kind of Funny and Digital Foundry,
Mm-hmm.
power wise, I mean, it does the most important thing. It gets the load times going. That to me is insignificant, man. That's all I really care about. So that's what the debate has been. Like the PS5 is going to be able to load faster, but the Xbox has like better visuals and all that dumb crap. But like you said, man, that happened with the PS4 and the Xbox One. The PS4 was a tad bit stronger than the Xbox when they first launched. Um, but at least both of them had like a battle of exclusives at that point. But for all of them that keep saying, "Oh yeah, the Xbox is gonna," once again, Phil kept bringing that up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't care about the power. It's what's going to be on that PlayStation at launch.
Yep.
That's all anyone cares about, man.
Can we talk about we never fully talked about it, and we kind of skipped over it on how stupid the tech talks were for both Xbox and
Oh, God.
I have to say I'm a little bit more upset with Xbox because Xbox involved IGN, and when they involved IGN, they made it look like they were gonna expose a lot more than what they really did. Um, and I'm upset with PlayStation because I felt like PlayStation could have exposed a little bit more than they did, but I expected it to. Like I told you guys, I expected it to be exactly what it was because that's what that means. You know what I mean? That they were just going to talk all um, the number game, which I don't think they had to do. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they needed to do this, and that's what was frustrating. It made me believe that it could have possibly been different. So I wasn't disappointed because it was what I expected, but I would have liked to see more. Make sense? Does that make sense?
I mean, Vin, to all the techies out there, like if you watch anybody, even Kind of Funny talked about this. If you watch all the techies out there, like Digital Foundry and them, like that like all of them was sitting there and they got a whole different view of it. Like to them, it was like us watching a gameplay show. I couldn't believe some of the reactions people were putting out there. Like there were some people like, "Oh, do you see the vortex that the Xbox has with the intercooler and the vapor?" And then they're like, "This is it." And then all I kept hearing the complaints being mostly on Twitter was with the PlayStation. It was who they had talking. Like the guy
Oh, it was
just
so
him.
boring.
It was just him talking.
It
But
was so
that's
bad.
all everyone loved the specs and the power part. They just hated his talk. And then with the Xbox, it was how IGN, when you put it on IGN, like you said, it almost makes it seem like it's going to be something special, like a special announcement where you could have just did what PlayStation did. But most of the techies out there, like, they thought, like, you're a techie too, man, but and you said exactly what the techies said, like, we didn't go into this expecting, like, we don't know why everybody thought it was going to be something fantastic or release dates and stuff. It was what we wanted. So, like, all the techies are actually, I watched one video from Digital Foundry and they were saying they're real happy because they never did this before, where it's always just, here's the console, here's the price, here's everything else. They were actually glad because now they know exactly what's in the system instead of guessing or waiting until it launches. So to them, I guess it's almost like if when we're watching the Game Awards, I personally don't like when they have the developers like come out and they do like the whole breakdown of the art and all that stuff. Only certain times I do, but like people that love that, like you and Cal, sometime like that. Um, People that love that, I guess they got hype about it. So the PlayStation thing, the PlayStation and Xbox thing was actually really big for techies out there. They absolutely loved it. I hated it personally. Like I was mad I watched it, but that was my fault getting hyped about it. So it wasn't like they said to do it or they told people to tune in. It wasn't breaking news like please tune in for the. They were just like we're talking about the specs.
Dude, when the Xbox One came on, and as soon as they started going, I was like, no, I can't do this again. And I just shut it off. I just
We
had
just
to.
did this
I just did this. I just like, I'm not doing this again. Like,
in the same day.
the Xbox One, I was expecting something different. I wasn't expecting that because when it got announced, they made it seem like they they didn't make it sound like that's what it was gonna be at all. And
Yeah,
and again,
IGN.
again, it's fucking PR. It's PR.
Yep.
Like PlayStation didn't make it sound like it was gonna be anything other than what it was, and that's why I knew. Reading it, like I knew they didn't make it sound like it was gonna be anything more. I didn't even know
Xbox
Xbox was
said,
gonna
"Get
do with
ready."
IGN. I thought it was gonna be. I thought Xbox doesn't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to talking at
They
all.
said, "Get ready, you guys. It's about to be big." What you think my reaction's gonna be? Like, oh wow, let me get the popcorn ready. Of course I'm gonna be hype about it. What the hell? They suck.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me
Like I didn't think it was gonna even be. I didn't even think it was gonna be on IGN.
let me put it this way. Now that I know what a GDC conference is going to look like, never, ever, 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 ever put a GDC conference public ever again.
Yeah.
Why do
Like
you
it
think
was
they don't?
there's the reason why that they don't put it like that in the public ever
Techies
Gamer
love it, Kyle.
because
Techies love it.
Developers
it
Conference.
it adheres to a certain crowd, the techies,
Yeah.
but it doesn't adhere to the whole crowd, which the whole pretty much most of the crowd was like, this freaking sucks.
You
But
know what every gamer did, man? You know what every gamer did? Every person that doesn't care about all that stuff, they just looked up a quick summary of what's inside the Xbox and inside the PlayStation. Like, what's the card in it? What's the graphic card? What are they using for this? What does it play? How much power does it have? No one even cared about all that stuff. It was just a side by side comparison chart. What does PlayStation have? Xbox doesn't. What does Xbox have? PlayStation does. That's all it ended up being, bro.
Dwally was like messaging me during this, and I said to him, I was like, all right, literally, this is what it like. They should just come out and say it's going to run really fast. That's it. And then like Albert was like texting me and like the whole like in a group chat that we're in was texting me like, what the hell does this mean and this mean and this mean and this mean? And literally I said the same thing to him.
meanwhile,
Said, just know that it's
me-
going to run really fast.
meanwhile, Kyle's texting me like, "What does this mean?" Asking me the questions they're asking him. But it was
Man,
so
what does this mean? And he's messaging me, and then I messaged them in the group thing after that. I was like, it's going to run extremely quick.
what's so
That's what I asked
funny.
Vin.
That's
That's
it.
what I asked Vin. I said, Vin, what's the English of all this, man? Please tell me what the English of all
So
this is.
pretty much like me, my brother, and Matt are all in a group chat together, and Matt was in the dentist getting his teeth pulled at that time, and so once he was done, me Theo just texted him like, "Don't watch it." All they pretty much said is that PlayStation runs really fast. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Best breakdown ever.
It runs really fast and loads really fast. That's all you need to know. And he's like, thank you. I mean, that's pretty much what the whole thing was. The
That's all it
structure
was, man.
of like
That's
the
all it
hard
was.
drive and the scientific math. For those that want to know the proof, you know what I mean, and that's the proof. That's the numbers behind it, and
Hmm.
it all makes sense. Like I enjoyed watching it, you know, in the sense of knowing what it all did, but let's be honest too. Um, every other GDC that there's ever been a PlayStation release or an Xbox release, there's always been a price and a release date. So I do agree with you there, Kyle, when you did, excuse me, you mentioned that. And you are right. They should have. You know what I mean? They should have set some kind of price. But that just tells me
Yeah.
that this is definitely going to get delayed. There's a lot of craziness going on right now in the world, and so many places are shut down, and it's just they can't even produce. So
That's not what Philly Phil said about Xbox.
yeah, Phil.
Phil wants to have a one. Phil wants to have it where the Xbox launches all at the same time on the same day instead of going from Japan to. He wants to launch it all, and he said that it's almost inevitable that they'll release that thing this year, no matter what's going on. So,
It's
yep, that's a smart idea, Phil.
Phil needs to accept the fact that one, it's probably going to get delayed, and two, even if it didn't get delayed, nobody's buying it.
No one's buying it.
By the time it comes out, everybody's going to have their PC built, and
Yep.
nobody's going to buy the thing. I'm not buying it
Nope.
until he comes out and says something like, "When Gear 6 comes out, it's going to be exclusive."
Yep.
Other than that, I'm not buying it. I'm not going to buy
Yeah,
it. I have a PC right here. I'm not going to buy it. There's no point of me doing that.
yeah, we need a little more. We're not getting enough.
Delays, 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 man. I agree with you. That's all. The
Speak-
PlayStation, the Xbox, all delayed.
Come on, Andre, let him do it. Let him do it, Andre. He wants to do it so bad.
Speaking of things getting delayed, segue.
Oh man, Calvin, waiting for one of those.
I haven't had a good segue in a little while. So. Uh, do you want me to do this? Because this is like bad news.
You can do it.
All right. So we had a little breaking news today. Sony came out on Twitter and gave us a little update on some stuff. SIE has made the difficult decision, I cannot talk today, to delay the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 and Marvel's Iron Man VR until further notice. Logistically, the global crisis is preventing us from providing the launch experience our players deserve. Currently, there are no other delays to report, but we'll keep you updated. So, Last of Us went from a March release to a May release to indefinitely. Yowzers. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Mr. Hadman Xbox, what's up? And thank you for the follow on Mixer. Anyway, I'm not mad about it because I get it, but it's like, oof, for people who are really waiting for this.
Hmm.
Mm,
I mean, a lot of
Uh,
people are. Like again, this is one of those games that are a system seller.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a system seller.
Hmm.
Last of Us
Yeah.
2 is a system seller. And
Hmm.
I know, Andre, you were talking about, just make it PS5 exclusive at this point, but uh, there's no way you could do that right now. There's no way because people are expecting it on a PS4, and the people that can't afford a PS5 at launch, whenever that's going to be, aren't going to want to go out and purchase the PS5 just to be able to go play Last of Us 2 when they've
Well, I
been
mean, the
waiting
evil.
for it.
I mean, that's the evil. That's the evil way to go about it. I mean, I feel like because it is a system seller. That's the reason why I said that. I feel like because it is a system seller, instead of them doing the
Yeah.
remake, 4 or 5 years down the road for the PS5, it's like, dude, the PS5 is getting delayed. Like Van said, we already know that's going to happen. That's inevitable. So why not just say, look, Last of Us, instead of us keep bring you guys on the ride. None of us know when this coronavirus is going to dwindle down. They've been showing charts. We have no idea. Like these doctors and stuff are so confused right now. So for me, it's like, hey, just letting you guys know, the Last of Us will be a P5 exclusive. I feel like, of course, you're gonna have the base of the PS4 fans mad about it. At the same time, by them announcing, they haven't announced it officially yet, but by the PS4's price and all that type of stuff, if I know that I can get a PS5 and Last of Us is the reason for me to get that, I'm one of the people that would say, why the hell not? Like it's an exclusive game, and what games are they going to have that are exclusive to launch? You know what I mean?
Well, we don't know. I mean, Godfall could be a PS5 exclusive because they're already saying like they've already done 2 trailers where it
That's the
said
loot game, right?
Godfall. Yeah, that's the hack and slash. That's the slash loot game that
That game looks fun.
Gearbox is making.
Yeah.
So it, like I think they have stuff ready to go that's going to be like launch title exclusive for it,
Hmm.
but like making Last of Us 2 like just exclusive to PS5 would be terrible. What I think they will do though is I think there will be a bundle that includes the game that includes Last of Us 2 in it. That's what I think will happen.
Oh, definitely,
I
definitely.
think
Yeah,
they will do that.
I can see that.
So I don't know if you guys knew what a PS4 was when it first came out. But when PS4 first came out, right at the end of lifespan, like I was saying in chat with Andre, um, PS3, um, that's when Last of Us One came out, and when
Yeah,
they designed that, they already had intentions to already port it to PS4. So there was already a version of Last of Us right when PS4 came out. Because when I bought my PS4, I never ended up buying Last of Us for PS3. I got it right for PS4.
yeah.
And they didn't tell you, so you didn't know. And I, after playing it for PS4, I looked at that game and I said, "There's no way they designed this game for PS3 and then ported it to PS4. This was designed for PS4 and downscaled to PS3."
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah,
I actually remember you talking about when we first started the show.
yeah.
I actually remembered when I first joined with you. I remember you mentioning that, and then when I played it for the first time, I said, "Yeah, this game does not look like a PS3 game."
Yeah. No, it's 100% a PS4 game that was scaled down to PS4 game scaled down to a PS3. Not even a question.
Yeah,
Everything about it, like even when you go down to the PS3 version, you're just like, this is every little bit of power that PS3 has. And
yeah.
um, Rain, I don't know if you guys ever remember Rain. Rain
I remember that.
was in that category for PS3 as well. Um,
Wasn't it heavy rain?
Yep. Um,
Yeah,
that right there showed you that, and they said when they made that game, it's still not even using the full capabilities of what a PS3 could do. And I was just like, what the? Like that's why I felt like the PS4 was rushed a little bit to come out due to how bad the PS3 kind of did, in the sense of the overall scheme of things.
yeah,
They just wanted a new system. They just needed a new system bad. So with that being said, I kind of feel like that's what this Last of Us is. Is it's just going to be that bridge game. It's going to be that game that you're going to see for PS3, but that I mean PS4, but was made for PS5.
yeah. That makes sense. After you
Yeah.
wrote that, I said, "Yeah, that makes sense." I agree with that method because
Mm.
Breath of the Wild did the same thing too.
Yep,
So I
yep.
mean,
Breath of the Wild is another one. There's always the game that's in between.
yep,
You know what I mean? There's always that game that's in between. Always, and it always looks amazing on that next console. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. I have no question about how good this game is, and I definitely agree with Kyle. Like I think if they didn't do it for the PS4, it would be such a disappointing thing because there's so many people that already own a PS4.
yeah,
The game itself's going to sell more if they make it for PS4 opposed to only make it for PS5 because not a lot of people can jump on ship with the console right away.
yeah,
And that's why you see so many in between games at that time. That's why you don't see too many. Oh, this is a PS5 exclusive game or Xbox X Series. That's got to change. We got to come up with a better fucking nickname soon because that can't.
they say it's just called Xbox, like just Xbox,
Yeah,
plain.
yeah, we can't. What? No media form is going to be able to talk about it like that because then they're going to be like, what a, you know what I'm saying? Like, what sense does that make? What sense does that
Nope.
make?
Just say the new Xbox. That's what they
Yeah,
want people to do. That's what Phil said they want it to be called the new Xbox.
I hate them. I hate them so much.
Phil, I don't know what the hell. He needs to. You know what he needs to call it? He needs to call it the next piece of crap because it's not going to do anything.
Crap box. The crap box.
The crap box
Yeah.
because it's not going to sell. That thing is not going to sell.
The crap
By
It's
the
box.
way,
not.
I thought something was really weird. Well, two things. One, we really don't care about Iron Man VR apparently.
Well, no. Iron Man VR was going to be like a huge interactive game for the PlayStation VR. Like a lot of people were really, really excited about this. It's gonna be the first superhero game that's actually gonna be really, really good for the VR. So,
Yeah,
I just don't. I think again, I think they did a poor job marketing this. Me being into VR, to be honest, it slipped my radar in general.
yeah.
So.
But it's really funny. Well, that and then the second thing is, so Last of Us 2 and Iron Man VR are, delayed indefinitely. Nothing goes to Tsushima though.
But
Didn't
as far
hear
as
it.
like delay wise,
Yeah,
yeah. Nope.
it's coming out in June.
Hmm.
I hope they don't. Like I hope Ghost of Tsushima. They're just like, look, it's already this. This is why I was saying that very earlier. That's the one reason why I bought digital, because like how the movies are doing it. Like
Yeah.
I looked. I thought because they're going like doing that in home thing. Like Bloodshot came out. And some other movies like Sonic and all those things on demand right now, and they cost $20. And like Trolls 2 is gonna do the same thing. I thought like they would be losing that money, but they actually made so much because so many people are home. So they made a lot of their revenue off like a lot of movies that were flopping, like
Hmm.
A Call of the Wild with the guy and his dog. That was flopping in theaters, but because of the home theater joint, that thing is like through the roof right now. So I'm like, digital wise, especially me being a digital person, I'm like, I hope they can just do something where they're like, I don't think Last of Us now because it's indefinitely, but like with Final Fantasy and stuff, the last thing I want to hear is anything about it's too late or we got a delay or go to Tsushima. I don't want to hear none of that. I
I
just want to hear
I promise
it
you,
will be there.
they delay Final Fantasy VII right now, like right now at this point in the game. I will lose my shit. I will absolutely
Oof.
lose my shit.
Oof.
You can't. You take whatever hit you're gonna take at this point. You know what I mean? Like you take
Yeah.
that hit. Like you,
Yeah,
it's too late. I mean, I mean, I've had worse. I've gone in my old NBA 2K, not 2K, NBA Live story. And then
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
canceled it the day of release. Like,
that's still the best one.
like what do you mean? Like, yeah, they just canceled it. Like, but it's today. You can't do that. Like, I'm sure you guys have it here. Like, you don't get it.
I'm about to say, yeah, I'm sure there was copies in the store.
Apparently not.
Oh boy.
I'm like, I know you got one back there. Just sell it to me.
Matter of fact,
Or
since you
if they
mentioned
cancel
2K,
it, I'll
man,
just take it.
Yeah, I know
since you
it doesn't.
mentioned sports game, man, I don't know if you guys heard, but 2K is coming back to make football games again.
I heard.
Yeah, I
I
heard
heard
about
about
that.
that. I heard about that.
That's
Yeah.
big, man. That's big, man.
I
Not
don't know.
really.
I don't
Not
know.
really.
I
That's not as big as you think it is, honestly.
What? The
No.
the the 2K with Terrell Owens on the front, that game was fire.
And what year was that?
What year was that? 2006,
Yeah,
five.
exactly. There was no double digit at the end of the 2000 part,
Yeah,
just
so it
but
like
makes
Madden,
no difference.
but Kyle, Madden's been falling though. Madden hasn't been as popular as it's been.
And you think
I was
2K
gonna
is
say,
going to change that at all?
in
It
NBA
depends
2K
if
gonna
they
make
do
something.
if they do story. I mean, it is by 2K. If they do story like they do NBA 2K, maybe
Again,
think
this
about.
is not going to change at all.
I
No,
hope so, man.
there's nothing. There's nothing that's going to change that right now. I mean, there is so much. There's only so much you can do with a sports game in general, to the point where it just becomes dull. Like
Not
even
according to NBA.
like
Not according
even
to NBA 2K.
well, again, mechanically, what more can you really change with sports games? Like not much at this point, because 2K has, the right stick as your moves and stuff. But
Hmm.
what more can you really do after that? Not much. You can make like cool animations, I guess. You could try to make like an arcade mode, I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean, not much you can do after that. So pretty much sports games are just there now, and I don't think nothing is going to make it like, phenomenal. So I mean, but maybe competition makes it better. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I doubt it. That's like EA making NBA games again.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh God. No.
NBA Live hasn't been good since Carmelo was on the front.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
96, 97 was my last favorite one.
Yes.
Dang, but way back.
Yep. Sega Genesis days.
Maybe I liked '06 too. I liked '06.
Was that the one with Shaq on the front?
I can't remember.
That was the Dwayne Wade one, I think.
Dwayne Wade, yeah. That one was that was good.
NBA in the Zone was fantastic too. With the when the Houston Rockets were winning.
Yeah, that one was actually good. Just don't ever play the one with what's his name on the front? Paul Pierce. Though. It's the worst game I ever played.
Was it in the Zone?
Nah, Inside Drive.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
They have Paul Pierce on the freaking front, man.
what's wrong with having Paul Pierce on the front? Paul Pierce was an incredible player.
He was alright.
You hater.
Nah, he was the truth, man. He
He
did his
was,
job. I mean,
dude.
he was clutch.
He was the most fundamental basketball player I've ever seen.
Oh my God. Okay. Can we
He
move
really
on to the
was.
next subject?
He was. Come
Can we
on,
move on to the next subject, please?
dude. Most fundamental basketball player, right? Jordan wasn't fundamental.
Tim Duncan.
Jordan was who he was. Tim Duncan was very fundamental, very fundamental.
Tony Parker,
And you're
Ginobili, all the
saying
whole
Paul
person.
Pierce is more fundamental than Tim Duncan?
For his position, yeah, dude.
Oh,
Two totally different positions. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
You're being that guy.
No, 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 no. Nope, nope. Don't be that guy.
If you Google the most fundamental basketball player, I feel like Tim Duncan's gonna be on every chart.
Well, as far as the most fundamental,
Yeah, I think he'll be on every single chart.
think about it this way, right? Tim Duncan was a fantastic big man, and that's what makes him so memorable, right?
Fantastic?
Fantastic.
He's the best power forward of all time. Fantastic.
He's a fantastic big man.
Oh my
So
God.
what makes that so great, dude? Did you forget Sean Kemp was a power forward too? Sean
Are
Kemp was a
you
monster.
really about to compare Sean Kemp to Tim Duncan right now?
Dude, Sean
Championship wise, yes, Tim Duncan, but skill and talent wise,
Sean Kemp was a
would go
Are
with
you
monster.
really comparing Sean Kemp to Tim Duncan right now? Both of you.
Sean Kemp was a
But-
monster.
Sean
Kyle,
Kemp.
we're not talking about championships, Kyle. We're not talking about just championships. Kyle.
You don't have to talk about championships. Tim Duncan was 10 times better than Sean Kemp.
You
throughout his
can't do that,
career.
Kyle. Kyle, you can't do that. You can't do that, Kyle.
Oh man.
You guys literally, I swear to God, if I got my brother and my dad down here right now,
Who is the
you
best?
said that,
Who is
they
the
would
best?
lose their shit.
Who is the best center of all time?
Who's the best center of all time?
Most dominant center of all time.
Probably Kareem.
Yeah, you've lost your mind. Shaquille O'Neal, without a doubt,
Oh boy.
was the most dominant center of all time.
Shaq
Of all
is
time.
easily
Easily the most
listen.
dominant center of all time.
Wow.
No one even compared to Shaq as a center.
Kareem literally had a shot that was unblockable. And he hit it
Shaq had a
90% of the
body
time.
inside presence that was
And
unblockable, untouchable.
And Yao Ming could D him up. What are you?
No.
Don't do that, Kyle.
Kyle.
Why are we talking about this?
I had.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh.
You no. Ooh, Andre. No, you guys are nuts right now.
Shaq is the most dominant player in NBA history, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, comparing wise, like you could put Shaq in any generation, and there was
He would have dominated.
There was no center that was boxing him out. Ever.
Nobody.
You do realize that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the highest scoring NBA player in history, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
You do know this though, right?
But
And you do know that Kareem had range. What range did Shaq have? 2
If
feet?
Shaq didn't have Kobe, Kyle, Shaq didn't have Kobe with him. Imagine what he would have been doing, bro. He had Kobe on his team. The dude was holding the ball 90% of the time.
Wait a
And when
minute.
he was on Orlando, he was
Whoa,
dominating.
whoa,
When he was on Orlando, he was-
whoa. Wait a minute. Did you just say imagine if Shaq didn't have Kobe?
How he would have been as far as his points, how
He
much points he would have had a game.
he wouldn't have caught Kareem. You're telling me he would have caught
God, he would
Kareem
have.
Abdul-Jabbar
God, he
in
would
the
have been
point?
doing what he would have been doing what Giannis is doing right now,
Oh
like
my
38, 40 points a game, bro.
So the big thing about Shaq is like he couldn't go as long as Kareem because his body was so much bigger. Like that's the thing about the big guys that make it so hard. It's just like
Yeah.
all that body mass. Like even regular like somebody like Tim Duncan, even though he's skinny, not skinny, but you know, light for his height, that's still a lot of weight on his ankles because of how tall he is.
Hmm.
Even Kareem, like big guys, that's why they don't last as long as they do. Shaq lasted longer than what he probably should have. But like he said, like his ankles are just complete trash.
Sure
And
they are.
even like Patrick Ewing, like I watched a point in Patrick Ewing's career where he was sitting on the bench and iced literally every bone in his body. And I make jokes about that all the time, but like it's a joke from something I actually experienced. Like just watching him on the sideline. I'm sure you remember it, Kyle. Like he's sitting on the bench and you look at him in his ice pack, literally anywhere there's a joint in his body, there was an ice
Yeah,
pack. It was
I do remember that.
so bad.
Poor
But that's just
Patrick.
those big guys. You know what I mean? But like the
The
thing
big
with
the big guys like the running backs in the NFL.
yeah, yeah. The big thing about like Kareem was he ended up making the shot because it's what opened up a complete different game for the big guys. The big guys at that point in time didn't shoot. Now I wish big guys would stop shooting, please.
I
Um,
know it irritates me.
it's
Wow.
so bad.
That's just a totally. There's no big man anymore. There
No,
really is no big man in the
nope,
NBA.
Nope.
nope,
Like
not at all.
If Kareem went into this era of NBA right now, he would destroy everybody.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
He could take a nap on
hmm
the court
Yeah.
and
hmm
destroy everybody while taking a nap.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think you take any big man from the past generation right now because I miss those real big men, and the reason why I give it to Shaq is because like weight wise, he didn't have to shoot. He couldn't shoot, but the reason why he couldn't shoot because never in his career did he have to,
He
and that
didn't
was
have
his
to. It's just
biggest
dominating.
problem. I
He
did wish he learned how to fucking shoot a free throw, but the problem with him shooting a free throw,
That wait. What that's my point
but the
is like he didn't have to shoot. Well, I mean, there were times where when you play when you have to play hack a shack on somebody, yes, that means you are dominant,
mm,
but you are now exposing one of his weaknesses, which is his free throw shooting.
and but the big thing with that dude was he was so big. Like they showed how much problems he had holding the ball, and it wasn't easy for big guys like him. Like Kareem, like he didn't shoot like a regular shot guy. That's why he came up with the Kareem shot, the hook shot. You know, it's because like a big guy, their hands literally take a small like tennis ball. That's what a basketball is to those guys. Like
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
it's
know that,
crazy.
and
but
it's so hard. And I mean, you have freaks like Dirk Nowitzki, like that dude. Like there's no way a man his size should be shooting the ball the way he did.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy. But that's just because they learned how to shoot their whole entire life, and it's just this new generation of basketball players. And again, like me saying that, you know, Shaq's to me the most dominant center in history doesn't take any fame away from anybody else. It's just that's how I put Shaq because dude, I seen that dude body grown men like he was playing against children, like children. And it was crazy. But you got to take it from the peak of his career too. Like the Lakers was definitely the peak of his career. And even if you take his early careers in the Orlando Magic years, like he was a muscle dude. Like he was muscle, but he was a little bit smaller at that time.
well,
But that was just straight power at that time.
yeah, he had. I mean, he still had some finesse, but let's put it this way: when he went to the finals, when he was in Orlando, he got worked by Hakeem in that finals. That's a fact.
Mm. Well, that was
I
big.
mean, I get he was young Shaq at the time,
Mm,
but Hakeem worked him
mm.
like
Akeem,
bad.
Akeem,
Hakeem.
Akeem is definitely one of those rare, and he's like Akeem was probably one of the best defensive players for big men that you know graced us. in the courts. Like he knew how to play defense. Like that dude, that's what won the Rockets championship. That was the best. That was like an amazing defensive team right there. The
Hakeem,
Rockets.
yeah, Hakeem's one of the best centers of all time. He might be top. I would have to think about it. I'd
I would
put
I
say
him top.
top.
were you
I'd put him
saying
top
were you
five.
saying
I'd put him
Akeem
top
or
five.
Kareem before? Were you saying a Kareem
I said Kareem.
before, right?
I said Kareem. You
Yeah.
know, the
Okay. Yeah.
leading scorer
Yeah.
in
Okay.
NBA history. Let's put it this way, and I'll say it like this too. And I don't care what problems they had. The Lakers faced a Detroit Pistons team that had no business winning the title. No business winning the title. And
Detroit
somehow
Pistons. Yeah.
the Pistons still beat the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. That's a huge like stamp in the no
That's when
category.
Kobe and Shaq was beefing a lot too.
Hey,
Like that's when Shaq was getting pissed that Kobe wasn't giving him the
can
ball.
Yeah,
can
but
can I
let's put it
bring
this
up
way.
something?
That
Can I
shouldn't.
bring up something?
Yeah.
How about the undefeated Patriots losing to the what New York Giants? What was their record? They
Oh,
just made the
right.
playoffs. You know what I mean? Like it just shows you that can happen. And but the difference between the
But that's
NBA and the football is any given
one game.
Sunday.
It's one
Yeah,
Um,
game.
and the
Right.
basketball, it's you have to win 4 games. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's not easy to do. But I think basketball is definitely when you have like a better coach. But not saying
They didn't have the better coach.
yeah, not saying they had the better coach, but like that also shows you that like team problems are always going to overshine team talent.
definitely.
Definitely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like the Lakers at that time had a lot of problems. Like they make jokes all the time to this day about like Kobe and Shaq. Like that Lakers team had a lot of problems.
Oh, I
Oh
know.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, I
That
know.
Lakers team should have never lost a game.
No,
For real.
no.
They should have been doing what the
They
work.
should have
They should
swept.
have been doing.
They should have swept Detroit, and they let Detroit win 4 games.
That was the
Yeah,
dream team.
That's
yeah.
ugh. Yeah, and they had what? Carl
Karl
Glove
Malone, yep.
on that team too.
Sean Kemp was on that team. I
No,
believe Sean Kemp was on that team. Like he was like third line. Like he was at the end of his career, but I'm pretty sure Sean Kemp was on that team.
Sean Kemp wasn't on that team.
I'm almost certain. Bless you. There was mad people. Gary Payton was on that team.
I did. That's why I said the glove.
Oh, did you say the glove? I didn't hear
I
you. You
said the
cut out.
glove.
Mad people. They had 3 strings of all stars.
Let's see. They did have Slava Medvedenko. Just so you know. We really got to get off basketball right now. Everybody's like, "What the hell are we talking about?"
It went from sport games to sport conversation.
Yeah. Carl Malone was on that team, not Sean Kemp.
No, I know. We said Karl Malone.
Yeah, Sean Kemp wasn't on that team.
I could have swore Sean Kemp was on that team.
He was not on that team, but Gennaro Pargo was.
Who am I thinking
Who
of?
was?
Exactly. Anyway, Hater PSY, he has a question. Okay, what's the question?
Now you
Anyway,
guys stray away from the topics.
while we wait for a question on Twitch, we'll have some good news to end with.
What that is.
Nintendo reportedly is releasing many classic Mario games on the Switch.
I forgot we didn't even get to that topic.
Oh my goodness. So there was an update to IGN's article, so I'm going to read the original story first. In honor of Mario Bros. 35th anniversary, Nintendo is said to be getting ready a big celebration that will include plans to re-release most of Super Mario's 35-year back catalog this year. As reported by VGC, multiple sources have confirmed this news that also states a new installment in the Paper Mario series will be arriving on Nintendo Switch in 2020. These games are set to be revealed alongside new details on both the Super Nintendo World theme park and the animated Super Mario movie projects that Nintendo is working with Universal on. One part of the celebration, according to VGC, was the special interactive Lego Mario set that they already showed that slightly blurs the line between a toy and a video game. That actually looks pretty sweet if you haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Eurogamer has also confirmed parts of VGC's report, and its sources have indicated that Super Mario Galaxy is indeed one of the games being ready for a remaster, alongside a couple of other 3D Mario favorites. Let's see. Eurogamer also states that new Paper Mario is in fact in the works, and that the deluxe edition of the Wii U Super Mario 3D World will arrive on Switch with an array of new levels. Jamatsu is all okay. Yeah, so pretty much it's just saying all these games like over and over. That I get to repeat. The list they're saying is Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Galaxy, Mario 3D World, a new Paper Mario, and other 3D Mario titles. And then the update is further details have emerged in the ongoing reports that Nintendo will re-release many Mario games for the series' 35th anniversary. VGC has added to its report that Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy will be treated as a special anniversary collection rather than straight ports to Switch. Its own sources also supports earlier reports about the port of Super Mario 3D World is allegedly set to be a deluxe edition with new levels and content. And then pretty much it just says Venture Beats is pretty much saying the same thing. So here's my thing. Like, I believe it's happening. I believe something like this is happening. But I've heard numerous times like this source said this source said that, this source said this. We're getting this anniversary collection.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Kyle. You still there,
Yeah, it
Andre?
looks like it. Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think we lost Kyle for a second. We'll wait until Kyle gets back. So,
I'll join back in.
yeah. So, let me pull up what he was reading so we can just continue
There we
where it
go.
goes.
As I
He's
was
Cheers.
saying, Google it's just ticking me off.
I'm so
Apparently.
first of all, I'm so impressed because normally when I do this show, I always plug in the hard wire,
Yeah.
and to make sure I don't drop speed, and I never plugged it in, and I've been doing this completely wireless. So A+ to wireless in the Ladmore house today.
Yay.
Okay.
So as I was saying,
I was like,
all
this is the
these
longest.
sources, yeah.
I was gonna say this is the longest, most dramatic pause I think Kyle's ever done.
all these sources saying it, and I'm still like, I don't believe it. Because usually Nintendo will come out and all of a sudden change the whole script on everything everybody else said. So I can read all this, but in my mind, I'm like, until Nintendo says anything like this, I don't believe none of this. Now, I told Andre in chat this. If I'm gonna give a prediction, they'll update Mario Maker 2. They'll do a huge update to that. I think 3D World or Galaxy will be one of them, and my pick is Galaxy because they already have a 3D World aspect in Mario Maker 2. So I think my prediction is Galaxy, plus they want to utilize motion control. And then I think we do get a new Paper Mario just because I feel like it's time for a new Paper Mario. So that's my prediction. I'm not going any further than that. And if
Okay,
it's all that it says to be in these sources, then I'll be glad that I'm wrong, obviously. So that's just my prediction.
Go ahead, Andre.
So like I told you guys, one can only wish and hope that this is real and this is true. Um, just all those launching at the same time seem very unrealistic. But the key is with Nintendo being kind of hush about what's coming out this year, and us not really knowing details on things. Like we all talked about it. I expect the Breath of the Wild trailer and all that stuff later down the road. But as far as Mario goes, with this being Mario's year, with let's not get in a big Mario other than Mario Maker since Odyssey. It's good timing. They did the Lego set and all that type of stuff. It's good timing, and I know none of us would mind a Mario year, but realistically, it seems that to give all those legendary titles they name, it just seems like dang near impossible to get all that. Even if they stretched it out, if they were like, this one comes out in May, this one comes out in June, this one, it just seems like how does that work? It seems like how do you do that much remasters and how they stay hush all this time? Because I'm pretty sure something would have leaked out about one of these at least. Like I mean, if they're doing all the ones that they're talking about, it just seems unrealistic. So um, the list that I gave you guys, I don't stand by that. That's what I want. But I definitely do. I agree with Kyle. I definitely do think an update to Mario Maker 2. Um, Mario 3D World. I believe there's going to be a port for Mario 3D World only because that was something that was talked about,
Question.
and people have did theories on that for a while now. So I do see a Mario 3D World because Switch does everything from Wii U to Switch. So I could Nintendo does everything from Wii U to Switch pretty much do the deluxe. So I do see Mario 3D World Deluxe. Um, the only one that I don't really see happening out of every game they named is the Mario 64 HD one. Because to me, it's like, I don't know. The point you said, they said that it would be a anniversary type edition, so like a, almost like a new style. That just doesn't. It just almost sounds too good to be true. Like to get all that Mario in the matter of a year when it could be stretched out like two Marios a year. I don't see it happening. But if it was my choice, I think the better thing instead of me telling you guys a list, I think the better thing would have been to say out of all these, what would you guys want? What one thing would you want out of all of them? For me, it would definitely hands down be that Mario 64 remaster type joint. Like if they do it like same game, but they just add a lot to it. They add more worlds, they add more pictures, they do some things. I just don't see that happening. So for me, the guarantees is a Mario Maker update, Mario 3D World, and Galaxy HD. Oh yeah, and I think they're gonna do Galaxy and not Galaxy 2. I feel like they'll just do Galaxy 2 because Galaxy 2 fixed a lot of things that were messed up with one, according to most people. I think Galaxy 2 and Mario 3D World are gonna definite.
Good pick.
I'm about to say, are you saying what we want to see now?
I mean, what I want to see, what I want to see is I hope the rumor of Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine being a package type thing, like them both being HD on one like disc or like both downloads together. I'm hoping that's the case because a lot of people are saying this is going to be what they did with Mario All Stars years ago. You remember the Mario All Star
Yes.
games?
Yep. Yep.
A lot of people are saying it's going to be that. It's like you turn the game on, and it has like five games
It's gonna
on
be
one screen, and you can
these
pick.
games are way too big to do that.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That just seems way too. I
Unless you
don't
did
see
it
that
all
happening at
digital.
all.
Unless you did it
Yeah,
all digital.
Yeah, but they would have
yeah,
to be individually digital. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
No, no,
wouldn't be
I
able to
get
do
it.
one pack.
yeah. I agree, especially since they're remakes and remasters. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Van, any comment?
Um, the only game that I know that I care about is um Mario RPG. Um,
Oh my God, I
if
wish.
there's any game that I could get remastered, is Mario RPG. All the other games, any other game, I don't care what it is just a bonus.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Mario 64. Satisfied. Mario Sunshine, satisfied. Galaxy, satisfied. That's fine. All those are all great. You can throw any
Hmm.
Mario game out there. That's why I was like, it's kind of pointless to make a list, only because of the fact that I think pretty much everyone's list is going to be the same. I mean, there's lots of Mario games, but there are also very few not very few. Every Mario game sticks out. Every Mario game is good, but let's be
Mm,
realistic. There's only a few that are in that top of that games that we always talk about, and it's Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey. You know what I mean? Like those
Yeah.
type of
mm,
games are games that are all games that stick out with us. You know you're not going to get if they do something like this. It will be the retro package. Then it will be all together. It'll be Mario 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Like those type of Mario games all packaged together. Fine, that's Mario All Star. You get another Mario All Star. But let's be realistic here. Like if you want something that's going to wow you, and do something different and that was classic, that's Mario RPG. Like that's a game that is really old. You only seen once. You never seen remastered. You never seen anything, and it's old enough to remaster that you'll be able to enjoy it. Does that make sense?
mm. I think it does.
Yeah.
I just like Paper Mario is their answer to that kind of.
And if Paper Mario 2 is going to be what I think it's going to be, then I'm hearing it's going to be that Mario RPG.
Yeah.
style. Like it's going to be an RPG version of Mario. Um, that's that's fantastic, and then
Yeah.
you can give that to us. And
Yeah.
that's what I'd look forward to. Mario RPG was so good, was
It
so
really
good,
was.
fantastic. I remember I played it during the summer of one of my when I was still in, I believe I was in elementary school when that game came out, and I rented it at Blockbuster. Actually, it was Major Video at that time. Um, and it was so much fun. I focused so much time on that.
It was an amazing game, man. It was
Yeah.
an amazing game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So out of all, so like you and Kyle was saying, if all of us instead of making a top five, if we had to say what we would want to see out of everything Mario, what would be our favorite thing we would want? Yours would be the Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, hands down. Cause think about it too.
Okay.
I would I know you guys expect me to say like Super Mario World. I already seen it.
No, no,
Like
no. RPG's fine. RPG's fine.
like 'cause Super Mario World, like they already made like 3D worlds, and to me that's Super Mario World. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that is like a newer version of Super Mario World, and that's why I loved
Hmm.
it. And then like Super Mario Bros. 3, I love Super Mario Bros. 3, but realistically, like it's another flat, a flat platformer. So it's the same thing. Like I don't need to see it. We kind of already got that in Super Mario World. I just think Super Mario RPG, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not going to do those games. They're not going to do any of the NES or Super NES ones anyway because you already have the NES and SNES on the Switch.
Yeah. No
So
reason.
none of those games are going to be on here. The only way I would see one of those games be on here is if they literally remade it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like legit, they came out and they were like Mario RPG remake,
Yeah.
not
Like Dan
remaster,
said,
remake.
an actual
Right,
remake, like what they're doing with Final Fantasy, an actual legit remake.
right, right. But again, I agree. I think that's what Paper Mario is just going to be. It's just going to be
Yeah.
that's going to be Mario RPG.
If it
But
is, then I'll be real happy with it. Like if it is Mario RPG, but with Paper Mario, I'm totally sold on that, bro. I'll be happy with just that announcement alone.
yeah.
What would your number one be, Kyle? It's
Wow.
hard. It really is hard. Mario has some amazing games.
I would say this. I would say out of all of them, I would probably want to see Sunshine the most.
Remaster
Oh,
or HD?
um, probably. Well, if we did, well, we can't do remake. Because I don't think it would be a remake, so it'd be HD. But I think I would want to see Sunshine anyway. I think that game would look beautiful in HD anyway, as it stands.
Hmm.
Um, but I would want to see that because I feel like at the time, like that was during the GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox era where everybody was buying the PlayStation and Xbox, but nobody was
Hmm.
really buying the GameCube. So
Hmm.
Sunshine didn't really get like the full loving that
Mhm.
it probably should have. So I think I would like to see it so it got the full loving. Plus the new generation can play a game like that. And it's one of the more unique ones because of the water cannon
Hmm.
on your back. So I would like to see that. And then Galaxy, I mean, Galaxy's a given just because Galaxy was a phenomenal game. And you can utilize the motion controls with the Joy-Cons. So
You thinking Galaxy 3 or Galaxy 1 or 2 remastered like HD?
no, they won't do Galaxy 3. They won't do Galaxy
Okay.
3. They'll do they might do Galaxy 1 and 2. Who knows? But um those are the two I'd want to see is Sunshine and Galaxy.
Mine's just easily an Odyssey 2. I even though that's not one of the rumored things, mine would easily be an Odyssey 2. Only because me and Van both agree Odyssey was the best Mario game ever made. Um, if you do a part two, I feel like all the rest of them are irrelevant because Mario, except RPG, because it's a complete different Mario. But like Mario Odyssey is just probably one. It is the greatest Mario game ever made. I don't care what it says. I would easily say Mario Odyssey 2, and if that's not a part of the chart, then I would say Mario 64 HD. I just like they did that. Like they've done that with the 3DS. That's like asking for, an Ocarina of Time HD again. I don't want another Ocarina of Time. Like we already had that. Give me something new. So I would say Mario Odyssey too.
I think those are all good choices.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what they do, man. Now we're all pumped. I mean, like Kyle said, you don't want to get too hyped because then if it's not real, then everyone's disappointed. But I'm not that type of guy because it isn't like it came from Nintendo or
Yeah,
it
yeah,
leaks
yeah.
from Nintendo. It's just. I mean, a lot of websites are saying it. Like you're talking about over like 20 websites, then you're talking about things. But like Kyle said, until Nintendo says it, and because they just had that direct and didn't say nothing about it, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know right now.
Don't get your hopes up, people. I'm just saying.
Exactly. But I mean, if they do that, Nintendo just if Nintendo did that and they announced all these rumored Mario games to be and they came true, my God, Nintendo would just it doesn't matter what they do for the rest of the year. They get a pass for 2, 3 years. They would be fine for like 2 or 3 years if they announced all these Marios, including the RPG one Van's talking about. That would be oh my God.
That would be a shocker. Like if they were to do that, I'd just be absolutely shocked.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked, and I'd be very happy.
Hopefully put Mario back in the front seat, Van, because Link been driving that bus for a long time now.
I don't know, man. I don't
Nah,
know.
I don't think I agree with that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Mario, I think
I don't think I agree
Link's
with
been
that
the
one.
damn captain since let me see.
No.
I
Come on
don't
now, you
know.
guys.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
What are
See,
you
Like,
talking?
see, this is
No
the
one even
difference.
talks about Odyssey. No, I don't even. You barely hear anyone talk about Odyssey. The Breath of the Wild, like they said, almost everyone that owns a Switch owns Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart.
I
Not,
would say
not.
Odyssey too. I would say Odyssey too.
I would probably
No,
say
I'm going by. I'm going by the chart Kyle shared months back. Like most of the people mess with Breath of the Wild. Like everybody rides the Breath of the Wild wagon, but they be sitting there leaving my boy Mario. Like, yeah, I mean Mario's cute, but Link's fine.
well, but wait a minute. You're talking specifically about two different games with Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. And that's what you're basing it on is like, oh, Link's the spearhead of the company now. That's definitely not the case because
Nah,
one,
when's the last Mario game? You guys tell me now, what's the last Mario game that had more hype than the Zelda game?
that had more hype than a Zelda game.
Yeah, that got more recognition, had more hype. You can't name one for me. You can't name one since Mario 64,
Oh,
since Odyssey.
I don't
I
know.
think
3D World?
I think it's let's put it this way. I think it's equal hype.
Yeah.
I don't think one
I
subsume.
think I think Mario's had it for a little while because I think like I think Zelda started to, and when I say fall off, I don't mean lose it. I just think you start to see like the hype for it because not everybody knows who Zelda is and knew who Zelda was during that like Nintendo Wii U phase because like there was nothing ridiculous that came out for Zelda. I know Zelda kind of
No.
fell off a little bit for me. And Mario edged itself just a little bit because Nintendo does a really good job promoting what they need to promote. And they definitely put Mario the face of Nintendo and flaunt it all over the place. Again, not saying that they don't advertise Zelda. They do a great job marketing Zelda, but there's no question that Mario is not the face of Nintendo.
Oh,
I
without it.
feel like I feel like Link. Since so you got Ocarina was still balanced because you had Mario 64, but I feel like with Wind Waker, with Skyward, with Breath of the Wild, with Majora's, like all these back-to-back hits where Mario takes like it feels like Mario takes more the family approach. So I can see what you're saying because family-wise, there is no family that don't know damn Mario. Like 3D
Hmm.
World and those cater to the family. You know what I mean? I get that. But it's just that fit like every time I hear a debate of anything with Nintendo, the first thing people pull out is now like Zelda because Breath of the Wild is considered one of the greatest games of all time ever made. And then with Odyssey, I'm always being that case of like, dog, why don't people talk about Odyssey? Like even review wise, like Odyssey wasn't getting tens across the board like Breath of the Wild. It was getting 9.5s but Breath of the Wild just like cleared the boards and even right now, IGN got the top 100 characters. Like they have a battle royale, like they have fans voting. Mario's been out since like the 40th round. Link's in the top 10 right now. Like I'm telling you, Link is just I don't know when, but I feel like Link has just become so big, and Zelda has become so big at this point that it's like my boy Mario don't get the love he deserves no more. Unless it's
Oh,
like a 3D world with the family.
All right,
I don't know, man.
All right. So here is the difference. Here's the main difference between the Zelda series and the Mario series. If we are talking strictly gamers, hardcore gamers, then I would say that the Zelda series has a little bit more over the edge because, Breath a
Yeah, a
little
little
bit,
bit. Yeah.
not a lot, a little bit over the edge because how good Breath of the Wild was, and that it won Game of the Year, and we're still talking about it as one of the best games ever. Whereas if we're separating this and going to families now, they're not talking Link. They're not talking Legend of Zelda. They're talking, hey, I know Mario. I know who Mario is. I like that Mario. I'm gonna get that Mario game. So what do? They get Mario Odyssey. They get Mario Kart. They get Super Mario Party. By the way, my family is hooked on Super Mario Party now. um, you get Mario Tennis, and they have all these side games for Mario. Mario is still spearheading the company, and it's still selling. Mario Odyssey is a phenomenal game. It's an absolutely phenomenal game. But the other thing too is not everybody is saying the same thing about Odyssey that we're saying. I know a lot of people that don't say Odyssey is the best Mario game still.
Oh no, I know that
A
and
lot of
that's
people
my
are
point.
right. A lot of people are still saying Super Mario World, Super Mario 3. Some people are even saying Sunshine, which I was like, really? But I mean, I love Sunshine, but like compared to Odyssey, I think Odyssey's still better. But
Odyssey definitely better than Sunshine.
like right. But like even people would probably say Galaxy, because Galaxy was
Fantastic.
a phenomenal Mario game.
I love Galaxy. I love Galaxy. Absolutely.
That's the thing. Like Mario is still a spearhead, the face of the company. It is still the face of the company, regardless of what gamers think. Yeah, gamers are going to vote. Like you just said, they're doing a poll for voting on characters. Literally, there's not going to be any casual people doing that poll. It's going to be
No,
the
it's all
hardcore.
gamers. It's all
It's
gamers.
going
Because
to be
Snake's
the
up
hard.
there, Snake's up there, Link's up there, Cloud's up there. I mean, Kratos is
Right.
up there.
Wait,
That's the gamers.
now realistically, right? You go to you go to like a normal family, right? And you talk about video games, and you say Snake, Kratos, and Nathan Drake. I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody.
They're gonna be like, who the hell is that?
Who the hell are those guys? I don't know. They ain't gonna know shit. But you go to any regular family and you go, "Hey, Mario," there you know.
Mario is the most iconic video game character of all times. I don't even think it's a question.
Regardless of whatever vote.
Yeah, no
Absolutely.
matter what, Mario is 100% the most iconic video game character of all
Yeah,
times.
everybody knows Mario.
Yeah,
I feel like there's not one person that doesn't know damn Mario.
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Or
So,
Sonic.
yeah, but not saying that Breath of the Wild isn't getting more love than Odyssey. Like I don't doubt that in the sense of popularity wise. But I think, you know, they're both still $59.99. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. They're both still $59.99. So nobody is not popular. So they let's make that very clear. I think that's the most important point to make here. Funny but true.
Agreed. Agreed.
I don't know.
Funny but
I just want my boy Mario to get like this year, with it being the anniversary. I think this would be the best time. I think this is a great time because we know Breath of the Wild 2 is in the works. I think this is a great time to give us the Mario shine. Give us a lot of Mario. And if all these rumors, like I said, if these rumors are to be true in any type of way, even if there was like two out of these things or three out of these rumors going on, that's groundbreaking for Mario. I just don't know how you're gonna spread that. And I don't feel like Nintendo, because they're Mario Galaxy 2 right now is still like $30, bro. So I don't see how they're gonna put HD ones together and sell them for what's the price point? Like I don't know how they're gonna do this, but if they stretch it out or if they do a collection, either way it works if they announce any of any of these rumors.
Nintendo has no problem price adjusting. You spent that money already, too bad. Now the price is lower. There's nothing, you know what I mean? There's nothing new in that for video games. Video games do that shit all the time. Like Street Fighter. Street Fighter today could be $59.99. Tomorrow it's $25. Like the video game companies, they don't care. because people are
I
gonna
just don't
buy
know
it
about
anyways.
Mario. They like a HD Mario 64 and a HD Sunshine. Like, dude, I don't know. That don't sound real at all, bro.
Yeah, I don't believe in an HD remastered version of Mario 64. I could never see
No,
that happening
no,
If
ever.
it did, that'd be groundbreaking. I feel like all
no.
of us would just get on. I feel like we would do a show right then. Whenever they announced that, we would be like, "Yo, I don't care what you're doing. We have to all do a show right now on
Like
this.
you
If
you
something like that happens, we have to."
you guys seen all the fake Unreal Mario games, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the
Oh
Like
yeah.
Unreal Engine ones.
yeah, yeah.
They look
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, though. Every time I see those, I have to turn them off because I get like even Ocarina. They do Ocarina and crap. I'm like, dog, if only, bro. Like these things look too ridiculous, dog.
But it's becoming real. I mean, look at what they did. Resident Evil 2 is the biggest thing
True. That
that
is
it's
true.
that it's possible.
That is true,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
That's
So,
true.
I mean, who knows what we get anymore? And it shows Resident Evil 2 shows itself.
Oh,
That's true,
absolutely,
man.
absolutely.
So,
By the way, I can answer Andre's question from before. Like, what Mario game got more hype than Zelda game in the like past eras? I would absolutely say Galaxy got more hype than Skyward Sword did.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
That that would. Yeah,
even
that would
over
definitely.
yeah, even over Twilight Princess, and I loved Twilight
I,
Princess.
I don't
But
know about Twilight though. I would say definitely Skyward, but I don't know about Twilight though.
no, 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 no. Listen, Galaxy and Galaxy Two, their average score, I'm pretty sure, is like a 9.7. Because I remember seeing back in the day Galaxy Two reviews being like tens across the board.
Yeah, that's true because people were mad at Twilight's the wolf part. Like a lot of people didn't like that. So
Right,
yeah, that's true. Those two
right,
can pass by.
yeah. So there's your answer right there, Galaxy, bar none.
I mean, according to me and Van, Odyssey should be there, but you know how that works.
Well, that's
Yes, we
different,
all know how that works.
different time, different time, and I told you so.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Um, so was there anything else that you guys wanted to cover for that?
I'm hyped. That's it.
Yeah, that's the best thing to say. That's
That's
the best thing
it.
to say. Even though it's not confirmed, it's just what hype because
I was
it's
like,
a
we're hyped
possibility.
because it is a
But Van got
possibility.
me. Kyle, I ain't gonna lie, Van got me hype about that RPG though. Like I get it, like the Paper Mario might be that, but even knowing the Paper Mario could be that, that joint got me hyped. Like if they just announced that, I'll be just as happy, man.
Yeah.
Set your expectations lower.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't
Just
even do
saying.
that to me because Paper Mario is long overdue.
Listen, but let's put it this way: for Mario RPG to happen, now you got to go through Square for it to
No, but I'm
happen.
saying
Anyway,
Paper Mario. If they did it through Paper Mario, that's fine too, as long as they. What was the one on the DS that was like a RPG too? The one with Mario and Luigi.
the one where they went into Bowser,
Is that it? The
Mario
Dream,
and
the Dream
Luigi.
one.
Yeah, that's they went into like Bowser.
Yeah, yeah, that one's pretty good too. It's a good one too.
What if they remade Mario Hotel?
Oh
Oh,
hell no.
I forgot about Mario Hotel. That's
It's,
funny.
ac- it's actually funny because that's kind of like the original Luigi's Mansion,
It really is.
Nah,
just in a
we don't
bad
need
version.
that. Luigi Mansion 3 is good. We don't need that.
Yeah, well, Luigi's Mansion 3 is dope, but
Yeah, we don't need that.
different subject.
Well, before we sign off, I just want to bring up one last thing. In case you guys are looking, in case you guys didn't know, PCG has been closed for a few weeks and we're going to be closed until March. If you're looking for a way to support, we have now officially started a GoFundMe page. If you want to go support, just go to GoFundMe.com. GoFundMe.com backslash
E.
help PCG.
Yep.
Just go there. Any amount is much appreciated. And if you can't donate an amount, please share. Just by sharing, that's a huge thing. So we know it's hard times for everybody, and I always like to say, one of the biggest things that we do is service, and with us not being able to open our doors, we have zero business. But unfortunately, that doesn't make our bills go zero. There's a lot of, things out there that are helping people to get through this tough times, but that's still a process. That's not something that has
Mhm.
been structured and formed for everybody to survive through. And there's a lot of stipulations and a lot of red tape you have to go through. So
Absolutely.
it definitely takes us as a community to come together and support. And again, we're not by all means asking, because again, this is a hard time for everybody. Just whatever you can do, whether it's, donating or even sharing, that comes a long way. So, um, yeah, but again, it's GoFundMe.com/PCG help, or help PCG, sorry, help PCG. So
Okay.
help PCG. I'm really starting to consider, maybe with Final Fantasy 7, maybe I'll start streaming. I don't
Do it.
know.
Do it. I've been waiting for you to say something like that because I'm like, what is this guy doing right now other than working from home? Why is this guy not on stream right now, streaming something?
I know,
I
right?
would love to watch Van on a journey through Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah,
especially
my
since I've been like their
Just
favorite game
remember
ever.
though, Van, you have to be super animated like me because if you're not super animated like me, I'm gonna be disappointed in you. Like this.
I,
He's gonna
I,
be too into this. He's gonna be too into the game. He ain't gonna be thinking about
You need to
interaction.
focus
Andrew
and
used to
be
come
like,
over and watch me play Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy 7 all the time.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward
Speaking
to
of
it.
games coming out, by the way, tomorrow is Resident Evil 3, and it's on its way
Oh,
to my house right now as we speak.
The real Resident Evil 3,
The real Resident Evil 3, not the
not
whatever camera
not the
stationary
not the April
thingy.
Fool's Day
Oh,
Resident Evil
not the
3.
yeah, not the April Fool's joke one, you know.
Kyle got the Resident Evil 3 Corona edition.
By the way, oh my god. By the way, just to specify what happened on those April Fool's things, because we didn't do that. So I told Van that there was a flash state of play that was happening, and he literally stopped his Netflix movie to go search it, and I went, "Oops."
Like, cause I was on, like I'm working at the same time and I had it on my TV, so one of the remote controls, and I'm like P L A
I hate you,
Y.
remotes.
I look and I'm like, but what's funny, dude, what made that, and you didn't even know, what made that even more believable was
Yep,
there were trailers that they dropped for new games the day before. So on the 31st, they dropped a bunch of trailers.
that's
And
true.
typically, what PlayStation does is when they do a Let's Play, I mean,
State of
uh,
play.
yeah, State of Play, they drop the State of Play, but then they drop all the trailers individually after. So, dude, it just everything, the stars aligns for you perfect for that joke. Because I'm going through, I'm like, they really did. Like, but I didn't think of it as a joke. Like, it didn't even pop in my mind at all that it was a joke. Like, instantly you said that. Like, you seen how fast I replied. So, like, it was because of how fast I went looking for it. And like an idiot, I didn't even look it up. I looked for it on the TV like an idiot. And I was so mad because I had to go all the way back into my movie, but I was watching.
I told you, just go back to continue playing, and you would have been fine.
Yeah, but again, a remote control, I have to exit the program, go back
Back
into,
into the program.
yeah, yeah, go back into Netflix.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
but listen though, for real, ours against Andre was much better.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it was
That was a convoluted scheme of all schemes.
that just blew
that
up
got me
on
dirty, man.
Xbox somehow. The entire conversation just turned into a bash on Xbox.
Yeah, we
So
got
it
him
was,
either way though.
it was the same situation as Van. You caught me off guard because I just was looking at something about Xbox before that. So it was like
Yep.
perfect timing.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
And
So
It
then
wasn't
Andre
yesterday.
tried to get me with something, and I just went delete article.
No, Kyle, you know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
You thought I was trying to get you. I really wasn't. I thought it was real. I fell for that. I
Well,
was trying to tell you.
either
I didn't
way,
even know. I didn't know until you said that. You was like, they're not duping me. Then I said, wait a minute. Then I clicked it and I read the bottom. I said, April. I said, yeah, I'm just gonna go along with Kyle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know they ain't
oh,
duping
you
me
got
again.
fooled twice. He got fooled twice.
Yes,
Oh
bro. I
man,
got fooled by that, bro. I was heated.
yo, he got fooled twice, and I literally looked at the article and I went, okay, even if this is true, delete.
You was trying to get you're not getting me. I'm like, I'm not trying to get Kyle though. Then I looked at it, I said, oh yeah, it's still April Fool.
Damn, he indirectly tried to get me, and I went, nope.
Really impression from the. Oh, I thought there was.
I
I
can't
thought there was
stand
a
him.
new. I thought Nintendo released a new ESRB rating, just called the Switch. I was gonna say what, but
Ah,
no, Railway Empire is E for everybody. That's all it was saying.
oh, okay.
I don't even know the game. Says The Last of Us 2 releases stunning new screenshots to ease the pain of another delay. We
Oh,
don't need
that's
no
Really?
gonna
goddamn
help.
screenshots.
Yes, let's send screenshots because that's gonna help. Because
But
people aren't.
anywho. So is there anything else that you guys want to share before we log off?
That's it. Me.
All right. Well, that's it.
Everybody stay safe.
Yes, please stay safe.
Enjoy more Animal Crossing like I'm about to in a little bit
Yep.
because I'm
Game on.
hooked.
Game
And
on. Game on.
Resident Evil 3 tomorrow.
Come on,
Yep.
man.
Resident Evil 3 tomorrow and Final Fantasy 7 remake next week. What we've been waiting for years. So,
And if you think I'm bad with Animal Crossing, you'll never see Van again. Next,
C-Van, shit. And there's gonna. I think I heard that they're gonna do a funeral for me just to get it over and done with.
unless you start streaming.
Yeah, right. I gotta do something. So, but
Stream.
Yeah.
that's it for us this week, guys. We'll see you next week, every Thursday, 6 to whenever the hell we feel like talking. Until
Yeah.
next week, we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.